Welcome back, everyone, to For the Win. Last time, we had a DM shakeup as Cael went missing after being transported to a frozen, windswept demiplane. As the rest of the party pursued Cael, they encountered an ice troll in a Knifewind forest. And there, they joined forces with a strange monk named Bahatman, who, like the party, was in search of someone missing. A friend, a sidekick, perhaps, named Robin. The four joined forces and followed the twinkling lights in the distance that brought them to Frostmarch, a great city carved into the mountainside, a city of eternal night, snow, and as they would soon learn, secrets. After speaking with a few locals, the party learned of strange goings-on of late. Beloved keeper of the city, Cyrus Drakeslayer, died some 6 months back after the wounds he suffered slaying the last of the white dragons proved fatal. His son, Gaffney, now rules but is a pale shadow of his father. Under his watch, tragedy continues to strike. Several months back, a woman was found mutilated outside one of the mines. Around that time, a jeweler's husband vanished, and dozens upon dozens of children from the shanty town beneath the city gates have disappeared. An old beggar, Audric, is known to linger perhaps just a little too long, always lurking. One woman, Pandra, desperately seeks to find her son, Wraith, plastering doors with missing posters, only to have the city watch tear them down. Their stance? There are no missing children. And if they were anyway, it would be their negligent parents' fault in the first place. Keeper Gaffney's brother, Kadri, is a priest of Auril and has proved the sole source of comfort and aid for the affected families. As we ended last time, Bahatman and Sana finished efficiently gathering information from Tandra in her shantytown home, while Ildren and Yosar prepared to pump one of the locals for information in a private room at Madame Illyria's brothel. This, of course, was made possible after a drug-bolstered Ildren shockingly bested a hulking woman in an arm-wrestling contest with a score of 8 in his strength, and that is where we will pick up. Ildren and Yosara, you follow this large woman into a private room. She closes the door behind her, cracks her knuckles. Says, we can still do a little play after business, if you catch my drift.
Let's see if business goes first.
All right. You won fair and square. So, ask away, pretty boy.
Kind of lean over to you, Sara. Wow, I'm still a little rattled from the little roller coaster we just went through. I mean, I went through. I feel like you kind of took the back seat there, but I appreciate we're in the room with her. What are we supposed to be asking her? What should we ask her? Did we make a deal for?
We get 3 questions, right?
That's what I remember. We made a little deal for 3 questions that we get to ask her.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I remember too. Okay, start out asking if she knows about the missing people.
Yeah, wait. No, we're definitely looking for the missing kids, and obviously the Wraith kid. But and and Bahatman's Robin. But was there something else that we're looking for in this town too? I feel like
there's this weirdness with the new leader.
Keeper Gaffney.
Yeah, the previous one died, and things started getting weird when he died.
Okay, well.
So, ask about missing kids or people first. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, I'll go back over to my lovely lady, my date for the evening.
She licks her lips.
Hi, sorry, yeah, hand's still hurting a little bit after that. You have quite the grip.
So I've been told, but I know when to be gentle.
God, I hope so. Well, darling, listen, we have a few questions. We're here on a little bit of business. It seems like there's a lot been going on in this town. Do you know anything about these missing kids from the shanty town? We've been on the tail of this kid Wraith. Apparently his posters have been posted up all over town. You don't know anything, juicier about any of that? Any rumors, anything that the common people wouldn't already know?
I hear things, believe it or not, and I do know that the Watch is having none of it. Captain of the Watch, you met that fellow yet?
I don't think I have.
Name's Hadron, and he's a real son of a bitch.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, nobody cares about shanty kids going missing, so
Oh yeah, it seems to be there's a clear divide across this river.
well, you're telling me, pal. I used to live there, but that was ages and ages ago.
You used to
I
work
worked
in
hard though, pulled myself up by my bootstraps.
What do you do now? This is not one of my questions. This is me being genuinely curious about you.
I am pretty alluring. I'll give you this one for free.
You have a unique mystique to you.
I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a bit of hustling, bit of. I like contests, games of sport, strength and wits. And I don't often get bested, young man.
I can tell that about you. You seem to be quite the competitive woman.
I've been like smirking at her over his shoulder.
She occasionally will, like, her eyes will flick up to you over Ildren, and you can tell that, like, the things that she's saying to Ildren flirtatiously apply to you as well.
Cool. I see your heart is as big as your hands.
You sure know how to compliment a lady. And you can see that her already ruddy complexion gets a little bit redder.
Ildren is getting a little bit pinker from the shade of, I guess, purple. He usually is. I mean, you don't think that maybe the Captain Hadrum and the people in charge of this town, do you think it's just they don't care, or do you think there might be something a little bit more nefarious at play?
Oh, sugar, there's always something nefarious in Frostmarch, especially lately. Gaffney is... It's nothing like his father. He was a man of principle, but Gaffney, no, if he can make a quick buck, if he can get something from someone, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Hell, maybe he's diddling them, I don't know.
We seem to be hearing a lot of negative about this new
regime.
This new regime that he's instituted.
What about his brother that I've heard about?
Oh, the priest?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Well, I guess what's your take on him? Also, what's his name again?
Adri.
Adri.
He seems a little soft, kind of like you. But
well, hard where it counts, though, right?
I don't think he could handle me.
Yeah, I'm able to bend with the weight of it. You know what I mean? A fine piece of steel as opposed to brittle iron.
Sweetie, I think we are absolutely going to need to be in here a little bit longer. Everybody's welcome to stay.
Oh, absolutely. We don't do anything without each other.
Oh, all right. You like to do it in pairs. I like it. Safer that way,
keep
too.
the party together is what we
And
say.
then he really starts grabbing his ribs from behind.
I just, feel like it's important to keep what party members we have together, in case something happens that one of us is uncomfortable with.
But anyway, back to that Kadri fella. He seems an alright guy, but I don't know. He helps the poor, the insane.
Seems like a
soft heart.
A real sweetie guy, huh?
A real sweetie pie.
Do they seem like close, those two, or they kind of have a bumpy relationship?
As far as I know.
Yeah, just from your perspective.
Gaffney being the eldest son, poised to take over for his father. No one likes to be a second son. So maybe there's a little bit of ill will harbored between the two, but in public, certainly always cordial.
I think the second son is definitely a thing to think about, but he's tied up with his priestly duties, it seems like.
You mentioned, you described yourself earlier as having sort of pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. You've gotten here by working. You can do, dabble in what you choose to now. Seems like there's a whole lot of people working really hard just outside those gates that doesn't really fit anymore. What's changed?
You see her bite her lip. I don't. Maybe they're just not working hard enough.
Have you visited the mines since you got into the city?
Mines? No. I don't want to. That's a nasty place. Gross work.
You didn't work in the mines when you were out in the shantytown?
Sure. Everybody does, but it's just the mines. Who cares about the mines?
What do you mine there?
I don't mind anything.
Well, you've worked there before. What did you mine whenever you worked there?
Coal.
Coal.
Used to be iron mines, but apparently that ran dry. But they found a nice deposit deep under the mountain.
It's a shitty thing to mine, condition-wise. Well, Yusara, I don't know what other questions we might have.
By my count, that's 6 or 7, so...
Well,
don't worry, I like you.
I thought we had a certain, relationship going right now. I figured if you have any questions for us, I'm free to share.
What revs you up? What gets you going?
You know what? I think we're a lot alike. I strive from competition and from the power of restraint. Like when you just wait and wait and wait for the perfect moment, that's what really gets me going.
Waiting. I've never tried that.
Oh,
you're wild. You're wild.
It can just make everything just 10 times more intense if you just give it a good solid week to just really dive into your feelings and just flirt your way through it. Oh yeah.
A persuasion check here, Ildren.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep a straight face. Oh great, I got a -1. I should have been a sorcerer. Not bad.
Okay. She says, I tend to just take what I want, but I guess I'll give that a try. See if it's really something special.
I just kind of run a finger along her cheek and I say, oh, sometimes just...
He sniffs at it.
Sometimes waiting can just make everything so much more intense.
Okay, I need to get out of here.
I go over and I open the door for her.
I'll be looking for you, and you if you want.
Well, we stick out.
In my best emotionless Yuan-Ti impression, but I wink at her as we leave.
She just lets out a little grunt as she storms out of the room.
I whisper to you, Star, there's only one of us that needs to be encouraging this right now, alright? She's barely holding it together.
You hear from down the hall, you guys, I just heard of something great, it's called waiting! And then she is no more.
Whew, I close the door. Okay.
I mean, you introduced a whole new kink to Frostmarch.
Yeah. That's what I do. Everywhere I go, I'm the party girl, remember? I bring it.
The god of the party.
Except now it's god of patience, abstinence.
Bahatman and Sana, you are waiting around here in the shantytown, and you... Yeah, that was accidental there, Alex. You notice that Yosara and Ildren are taking longer than your predetermined, agreed upon meeting time. They're maybe like half an hour late.
You know what this means, right? They're both dead. We should go in there and kill everybody.
Okay, I feel like you've just jumped to one extreme of the spectrum of what could have happened to our friends. Because knowing them, they've probably gotten into some stupid trouble. I'm gonna go on the other end.
They're in prison?
Say,
prison break.
yeah, that would actually probably be possible.
Wait, but I'm on the right side of the law. But what if they're the lawbreakers? Oh, this is a hard one.
Yeah, we hard for you maybe. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and head into the town and see if we can ask around and find word of where they might have gone first before we jump to they're dead or they're imprisoned against, breaking law. Would that, what do you think of that? Does that sound logical? Detective-ish?
I mean, yeah, we can do logic. It's whatever. I'm fine with that. I know what that word means.
We'll lead the way. I mean, you're on the right side of the law, so you should definitely go first.
Obviously, yeah. I was going to say the same thing. Bahatman squares up his shoulders and begins to hero march directly towards what he thinks is the entrance of town, which I think is the 2 docks heading into the main door area.
And Sana is behind him, and she just watches him walk away, and then she turns and goes, I'm just gonna walk away, and she starts imitating him for a little bit as he walks in front of her, and then she starts walking normally.
Are there any random people in the shantytown?
Oh yeah, certainly people milling about as they're finishing up lunch breaks.
As I pass the first one, I hold up that sign of the missing child and say, "Have you seen this kid?"
Oh, but we're keeping our eyes peeled.
Okay, see that you do. If you see them, I want you to light a fire and then place this in the center. And he hands them a little tiny bat medallion.
Wait, hold on. You know what?
And then he keeps walking.
That's fine. You don't really have to do that, Sana says as she comes up to the the townsman.
No, it's fine. It's just what I do. I go up to the next person. Have you seen this kid?
Oh, you're terrifying and yet somehow very charismatic.
I'll be back.
Thank you.
And Sana runs up to him and says, you need to stop asking everybody if they've seen this kid. They've all seen the signs and haven't come forward with any information. We already asked her all about that. We need to go to town.
Just think about this. Statistically, either they have or they haven't seen this kid, which means if we ask 3 people, odds are one of them has seen this kid. Because if there's a 50-50 shot of something, if you ask 3 people, then obviously the third one will know.
Bahatman, there's not a 50-50 chance of this. The kid's been missing for over 2 weeks. No one's seen him. We know that as a fact, okay? We need to get to town and find our companions and figure out what they know.
Oh, right. Because there's 2 of them and odds are one of them has seen the kid. Got it. All right, let's go to town.
Yep, let's go to town. Just that. Let's onward to town.
And off to town you go. We're not going to make you deal with trying to get through the gates with your paladin's plate mail. They're going to assume that you belong. And Bahatman, you're just
as there. They see her approaching and go to let her in for being a paladin, I just walk right past and go, she's with me.
Okay.
In reverse of that, he's with me. Just, it's fine. And I proceed to walk after him.
Yeah. Okay, as you were. So at this point, you are just kind of looking around for Yosara and Ildren. Yosara and Ildren, now that you have pumped this woman for information. What is your plan?
Phrasing. I think
It almost wasn't phrasing.
Yeah.
Check out maybe the temple or whatever where the brother is.
Okay.
I'm curious to talk to him, but
We did agree to meet back with Sona and Bahatman first, so maybe do that and then the temple.
yeah. I mean, I think that we're kind of aware that we're kind of over the time a little bit, at least getting close. How do we meet up with them, though? I mean, I guess we can just wait for them to come through the gates.
Head back to the gate, see if they walk in.
Okay, as
And-
they're doing that building I'm nearby, can I attempt to ninja my way up to the highest point in that building, preferably a gargoyle or something like that, if that's not there? I just want to go to the highest point, put both my hands on it, square up my shoulders, and look for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As you gargoyle your way up this gargoyle, you see inside this little square is a variety of shops and stalls. All of them look pretty, run down. There's also a large statue in the center of a noble-looking individual with one hand on a hip and the other hand holding up a sword. Go ahead and give a perception check here.
Sure.
And you know what? Ildren and Yosara, you can do the same.
9 perception.
Yeah, as fate would have it, as you scale up, you are somehow just all of the things that you're seeing make it too hard to focus on any one thing in particular. Yosara can't quite find your feet as you're walking, and
Start with
but
he's looking at. We're going
Ildren,
this way.
you get Yosara back on track, and you spot this very proud-looking, haughty individual standing atop this gargoyle.
I kind of pull on as we're talking about like meeting up with the group and like how we're gonna find them. I just kind of tug on Yosara's sleeve and go, "Oh God, there he is!" I point up to the roof.
Can I having seen him doing this, just been looking around for them and see them like looking up at him and walk up behind them, almost like without them noticing because they're so focused on Bahatman being up on the gargoyle?
I'm not even gonna make you roll. It's fine. There's enough people here. He's enough of a spectacle that you can certainly do that.
And I'm gonna walk up and just go, "Hi guys. Now you've seen what I've been dealing with."
Wow. Yeah. I mean, he's got a good vantage point up there, but does he know what he's looking for? Is the question.
Ildren, he's looking for your ass because you're late.
Well, we got a little preoccupied getting answers out of. There was a whole.
Dead. He assumed
listen.
you were dead or imprisoned. Late.
You were.
Speaking of
Just put
Ildren,
aside your lawfulness, Miss Paladin. What?
speaking of Ildren's ass, it's a really funny story about
Oh
why.
my God. The details aren't important. The point is, we got a few answers. We got some information. Did you get anything in the mines?
Did we get anything in the mines? I got everything. I talked to the
everything.
mother of the kid on what's been going on.
Well,
This
I talked to a
hasn't
very
just been-
beefy lady in a brothel.
I'm sorry, hold on. Before I tell you everything I learned, you were telling me instead of actually like going out to find information, you somehow found yourself in a brothel.
Well, sometimes the best information is found in a brothel. Let's be very
Right.
honest here.
So what'd you learn about the kidnappings?
Well, we have some suspects. How
What'd
about
you
that?
learn about the people in charge?
We actually learned a decent amount about the relationship between the two brothers.
Oh, you mean
Well, that's
Keeper
good.
Gaffney and his brother Kadri, the priest, who's a soft, mellow fellow who likes to give to the poor and be a sweet lamb, while his brother's the kind of the
Idiot in
arch
charge.
asshole of the town. Yeah, nobody likes him. Just took over from his father. I try to go into like obnoxious detail with as much as I can remember, but I'll probably still stumble a little bit. And then I'm just
Size
like, "Oh,
11, favorite color turquoise.
I kind of make up some stuff too. Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, his second cousin twice removed, once fucked a sheep. Anyway, and then let me finish with Captain Hadram. All right, he seems to be the guy in charge of everything, and also quite the asshole. Honestly, they don't really give a crap that the kids are missing. At least that seems to be the vibe.
Yeah, and
I
it's
feel like
not just one kid missing, it's about 11. And
some kids.
it's also happened because somebody died, pretty much.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, and the
What's
dragon's
all-
dead too.
Oh no, the one that died is the father of the two brothers. We knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all happened after that.
Yeah, we knew
right
that.
after that.
So what'd you learn then? Educate me, Missy.
Well, we met the child's mother, the one that's been posting all of the posters, and we did our best to interrogate her. I asked many questions, and I pretty much learned everything you learned.
Oh. Well.
So you still want to shit on brothels as information hubs? Because we got the same amount of information.
Yeah, because you look like shit, Ildren.
Okay, but
Like that.
you had no idea what they were offering here, okay? There were just platters of it lying around. I didn't know what it was, but I had
so
to
who
try it.
wants to go talk to the priest and who wants to go talk to the hothead brother?
Ooh, I feel like you would probably be better with the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Based on your current, judgmental attitude.
You were late.
The hot man rejoins
Assume
the group
dead.
and goes, "Dibs on the hothead brother. He sounds like he's kind of my people."
You know what?
That's
I
not
agree.
bad.
Why don't
Well,
you and Ildren go take care of that?
No.
Are you sure
Yes,
you want to
yes,
put that
that's the-
much in one,
Yeah, no,
one
I mean,
cauldron?
I want y'all to offend him to the highest degree and get your asses kicked out of here.
No.
Oh,
Sarcasm dripping off of every word, by the way, at this point.
Absolutely not, hot man. You don't need to go talk to the brother.
The
You need-
hot man, loving this idea, places his hand on your shoulder, son, and goes, "This I can do. Let's go, Ildren."
I put a hand on his shoulder and keep him here for a second. I've been through some royal circles. This is a little bit, below.
That's perfect. A hot girl like you will do well in front of a man like that. Come on.
Oh yeah, I will. I just don't think that maybe you have been through the same regiment training. I feel like, niceties, courtesy, that he's going to be the guy in charge of this town.
I'm flattered that you think I'm such an everyman, but believe it or not, I clean up nice. I am practically a prince. Let's go.
If I'm really quick, hot man. Your specific skill set and ability to talk to people would probably have more impact on the priest because he's not going to have as much exposure to it as, say, the prince guy that sees people from all over all the time.
So it's almost like we could be getting one over on him? No thanks. I'll take the hothead. And Bahatman charges off.
Yeah, I think there's no way we're changing this course of action.
Have fun,
All right,
Ildren.
I'll try to keep him on the leash. Do you have any suggestions, wise paladin?
Oh,
He has
no.
at least one.
I would just suggest that you take your sorrow with you. It's fine.
Right. Well, Sona, this
You
is
want to
your-
go alone to the priest?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be
That-
fine.
I don't think that's a good idea.
both
There's
you
nothing
suck.
he can do to me.
We don't know anything about him. We've
You
heard that
walked
he's a
into
nice guy.
brothel to get information, and by the looks of your
With
what is
a
that on your
partner.
nose? Oh my gosh!
Shut up. You two, first of all, you're not related. Stop bickering like siblings. Second of all, Sona, the hot man chasing the prince is your fault. You
No.
get to go fix that mess.
Oh
Go.
no, he's expecting Ildren.
I don't care. You started that. Go. Pottery barn, baby. You break it, you buy it.
Yeah, and yet you two idiots were late when y'all set the timer, and then Sana marches off without a back.
Time dilation is a thing.
By this point, Botman's already decently far away.
Oh God.
Sana just actually keeps strolling. She's not even trying to keep up with him. She's just letting him stroll because she knows eventually he'll start yelling at someone and she'll hear it and she'll follow. So she's just keeping him kind of in line of sight, but not in a fast pace to catch up to him.
Wait, so who's coming with me to meet the,
Me.
forgive me, my notes did not properly save. What's, the town, captain of the guard again?
Oh, the captain of the guard is Hadrim, and the keeper of the city is Gaffney. He's the king,
Gotcha.
effectively. So which one are you going to see?
Well, he heard Captain of the Guard for some reason, so he was going to Haydrum. Haydrum? Haydron? Haydrum. He's going to Haydrum because Bahatman is not as stupid as he looks. He knows you can't just go up to the king. You have to get permission first. So he's going to the Captain of the Guard to request permission to meet the city leader.
Considering you're unfamiliar with the city, go ahead and roll a perception check or investigation check just to see if what you are able to spot.
20.
Oh yeah, you are just head on a swivel looking for everything that could be of interest, and you see as you approach this second tier, which is unguarded. There's no towers here. You're in a very, very wealthy neighborhood, but you spot off to your left in the distance what looks like a barracks, and you put two and two together that if there's a guard captain, that's probably where he's going to be. But with a 20, I'll give you this. You also notice that nearby there is a large stone entrance to the mountainside, and standing in front of it are two members of the watch, and they're both wearing plague doctor masks.
Interesting. I will wait at the bridge, which I think barracks is right around number 3 on your Frost March map.
Yep.
Okay, which makes number 2 the entrance into the mountain with the 2 guards?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I'm going to wait at the bridge just for a second for Sana to catch up.
And I am going to walk up right next to him and say, okay, so obviously we're not going to speak to the man in charge. Who are we going to speak that's actually in charge?
Captain of the Guard, of course, but you are, from my observation, a woman, and therefore good at medicine. Have you ever seen a mask like that before on those men, pointing over to the people guarding the inside of the mountain?
Okay. What do you want me to do to say, can I say I do? Because I know, but does Sana know?
I think that's... If we can leave it to chance, I guess, if you want to roll a history check, but I don't know in your world, Alex, how common something like this would be. If this is something that would be universal. So yeah, just go ahead and make a roll for that.
You want me to roll a medicine check? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, medicine or history is fine. Oh yeah, you've been around the sick and the wounded, so you recognize this is a protective measure for those who are around the diseased.
So that's quite odd to see, all things considered, but they wear those when there's a rampant disease. It's usually to protect those trying to heal others. It's a healer's mask in a sense, to protect themselves from any type of plague or disease that the patient might have.
Fascinating.
It's odd that they're guarding and wearing them. You don't normally see that. Normally it's only where the patients are. Unless the patients are there.
Maybe crazy, and don't tell the other two, but this is one of the first times I just haven't known what to do with information I uncovered.
Well, it's definitely information we can keep. And something we should investigate, I believe, because who knows, the kids might be in there.
Yes, they could be in there. On to the mission. Stay behind me. I have a plan. And I go to head into the captain of the guards.
So you're heading over to the barracks?
Or to the barracks.
Okay. Yeah, you see that there are plenty of guards milling about in the area, and as you approach, a few of them hold out pole arms and say, whoa there, pal. Where do you think you're going?
I was here to speak to the captain of the guards. I have vital information. As you can see, I'm a foreigner coming from very far away, and to prove I am worthy to speak with your captain of the guards, I have brought my champion, and I point to Sana.
And by this time, I've walked up right next to him, and I kind of give him a weird look, and I'm smiling, oh yeah, okay, this is gonna go weird. I can feel it.
This is the champion of war from a foreign land who could beat you at any skill of battle that you could possibly have.
Oh, great. I say to aside.
There's no battle in Frostmarch, pal.
Then you concede and
It's
we
a
have
peaceful
already won.
city.
And I go to slide through their pole arms and just walk by them.
Okay, go ahead and give like an acrobatics check here. See how nimble
Oh
you
my
can be.
gosh.
Okay, press.
10.
Ooh, just barely. I got an 8. So you duck beneath the extended pole arms. Hey, come on! And soon you draw the attention now of several of the watch, and they start kind of flocking over to the two of you. Hey, we got an imposter over here.
I'm not an imposter. I told you exactly who I was.
No,
Someone of
the one wearing the armor. Yeah,
Yes,
what the hell
he's a
are foreigners
champion.
doing in my city?
Your city. Then you are the man I need to see. Are you Hal?
As a matter of fact, my name is Hal. How do you know that?
Because
It's my
we've been
job to know
asking
these
around.
things.
Sana tries to say over Bahat Man.
Well, then you know that nothing happens without my say so. Isn't the right, boys?
So.
Well, that is good to know. So I take it you are the captain of the guards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. I'm the captain here.
Excellent.
And the other watch can kind of chuckle at this.
And Sana steps up right next to Bahat Man and said, "It's a pleasure to meet you. We have some questions about your guarding of the area, in regards especially to children who are missing. Perhaps you could educate us on what measures you've taken to assist the people of Frostmarch in this endeavor."
I don't want to talk to you. You're another one of those nut jobs going on about children. Good day.
Oh,
Go on your
no.
way.
I doubt you
foreigners.
need to turn me away, considering one of my people is missing, and they are not a child. And you will not so easily be dismissed. You are going to tell me what measures you've taken to help find people. And if it's none, oh man, this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Roll an intimidation check. Bahat, and with that, insight check. Yeah, clearly this is not the guy in charge. He just sees an opportunity to feel like a big man.
Oh man, what the heck? I nat one on that? Wow.
Yeah, realizing
thanks, you
everyone was
guys.
laughing, I figured it warranted an insight check.
Yeah. And he looks totally like doesn't give a crap about what this threat that you've made.
And then I turn.
I don't know if you noticed, but we got a well-trained militia here. So
Indeed.
Yeah,
And who is your
yeah.
strongest militia member? Hal, is that you?
yeah, I like to think we're all pretty darn good, but
Bahatman
Yeah,
turns immediately to the nearest person. So Hal is stronger than you, he is.
go ahead and roll a persuasion check here.
Oops, sorry, perception. Persuasion, there we go. Ignore the first roll. Oh!
Yeah, definitely ignore the first roll.
You see just suddenly like the connection is being made in this person's head, and within a matter of just seconds, this huge shouting match erupts between all of these assembled.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bahatman would continue doing this to everyone along the line.
Yeah, it's just all of them peacocking, asserting their strength, and you notice that none of them are paying any attention to you now.
And Sana is just literally going to be looking around like, oh my god, that actually freaking worked. What just happened? Okay. Okay.
Bahatman, can I look around for some sort of an office or somewhere where the captain of the guard would actually be?
Yeah, you're able to slip inside the building, and it doesn't take you long. The people who are inside seem to be like resting, many of them sleeping, and you do find an office. The door is closed, but you can see through a window pane in the door that there is a gruff-looking man inside with about 3 days worth of stubble that is salt and pepper. working on some paperwork.
So, are you gonna knock on the door? Sana says, kind of leaning over Bahatman's shoulder, looking at him.
Bahatman stops for a second, walks right in, or checks the door, see if it's locked, and then if it's unlocked, walks right in.
Yeah, you turn the knob and the door swings open. The man looks up.
And Sana just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And she walks in right behind him and closes the door behind her.
Are there chairs in the room? Are there any way that Bahatman could level set with this person?
Yeah, absolutely. And he doesn't stand up. He just is looking at the two of you, kind of just very shocked by this situation.
Bahatman sits down in the chair and pulls it up to his desk and sits there beginning to crudely mimic his motions. If he looks relaxed, Bahatman's going to look relaxed. If he looks somewhat pensive and intense, like studying paperwork, Bahatman's going to start studying something non-violent in his hand, just like one of his little Bahatman medallions, and kind of flipping it dismissively, mirroring whatever this guy is doing.
He's fascinated by this whole encounter so far.
And Sana is literally going to just stand there, in a sense, almost guarding the door from being opened back up. And just kind of wait, because she's decided that she's going to let him run this, and she's going to be patient to see if she actually even needs to say anything.
Yeah. And you can tell that he's struggling to find how to begin, but he says, "How did you two make your way in here? Best all them lot."
Yes, we did.
I'm impressed.
Yes, we did. Thank you very much. There may be a small fight outside. Just say the word and I'll clean them up for you.
Oh, no, the boys, they gotta get out their aggression some way, so they'll be fine.
Indeed, and speaking of aggression, allow for me to introduce to you my compatriot and the champion of my land, Sana. Pointing to her and offering her a chair at his desk.
And Sana is gonna just nod her head and just take a seat and just kind of sword on her lap, shield now, kind of at her back, and just wait. Not saying anything yet, just sitting down. Very relaxed, but at a moment's notice, being ready to draw her sword if she needs to.
All was said today was going to be an interesting one, and he weren't lying. What are you two doing here? Who are you? You're a champion? And a manager of sorts?
Well, yes, I am. I am the manager in many ways. But we are here looking for information. You see, we've lost some of our friends in your area, and we would like to find them. There's a few people that turned up missing, if that is such a phrase that I've heard from somewhere. In any case, we are looking for some people, and being the captain of the guards of what we have heard, clearly you're the most learned man in the area. It takes a lot to run a city like this, and I could think of no better person than to point us in the right direction to find our friends. We wish to find them so that we can leave, and again, we are very wealthy people from another land.
Roll a persuasion check for this flattery turned to maybe slight deception at the end.
I was gonna say slight deception, definitely.
Oh my god.
You got the hot hands tonight.
I know, I'm not gonna roll at all. Just let you roll, dang.
There's something about you. Okay. You're missing a friend. A couple of friends?
Couple of friends.
All right. Where was the last time you saw him?
Well, my friend I saw right before I came into your land. That's the weird part. I'm not entirely sure I got here. It seems I teleported, appeared here. And they're missing their friend, what was his name? Salad? Something like that.
Cael.
There's also some
hot man.
Yes,
Cael.
yes. Cael.
Where was the last place you saw them specifically?
Specifically was just before I came here, actually, and
like outside. These
outside
doors.
of this.
What
And
he
the
means-
wilderness area.
What he means, Sana
Uh.
says, actually interrupting, is right before we were transported, my member was transported. And when we followed through that transportation, they were not here. And we assumed that they were somewhere in this realm and we were searching for them.
I've got bad news for you. If you were out in the woods, it's rife with bears and trolls and all sorts of nasty things. If they were there, especially if they were there alone, they're probably gone.
Not this one.
Yes, my friend too is difficult to pin down. They're a little slippery, if you know what I'm saying. I can't imagine a bear or a troll would get them, and being that they're so close to your city, I should think, you would know other avenues we could approach to attempt to find them.
Well, I'm sure that they'll turn up then if you're confident that nothing happened, but maybe pray on it. Go have a pint.
Pray and have a pint. That's an interesting idea. This priest of yours, I've heard he grants wishes or prayers, as you call him. I'm not much of a religious figure. Is he the guy you go to get your wishes granted?
If you're the believing sort, but I never take much stock in it. Yeah.
What if you were a very wealthy individual and wanted to buy a wish? Would you go to him or his brother?
Well, if you're looking to buy a wish, then you come to the right place.
Excellent.
Well,
I'm in the market to buy a wish or two.
So, what are we talking here? How much coin?
I deal in something better than coin. They're called dollars.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, that's not gonna work, Bate, man.
It's not
Someone
any
tries to
use
say.
for dollars.
I hadn't thought about that. In that case, I too can grant wishes. But these wishes are more if you wanted someone or something to disappear.
Well, nobody really disappears in Frostmarch. That's not a
So
thing.
Sana, in
we
the
don't
middle
need
of
that.
this conversation, is actually gonna drop 10 gold pieces and lay them out one by one on his desk, and then put her hand back on her sword. He's not gonna have seen where she pulled them from. He doesn't know where her money pouch is or anything. Like, they were like been looking eye to eye, talking. And as they hear the clink, they're both going to look and see 10 gold pieces suddenly on the desk.
That's awfully cute. Did your mum give you that for pocket money?
There's gold.
Hot man looks interested. Did your mom give?
No, my mother's
you-
dead. Thanks.
I think that you might be in the wrong place. There's a market. If you go down a bit in the city.
It's interesting you haven't
might be able to find
confirmed
something.
if you want more or not. All I'm doing is showing you the coin I have. You have not even said if more would be even a bargaining point.
Yes, of course. More is always better.
Oh, so these coins work here.
Oh yeah, gold is gold, baby.
Not everywhere. As you can see, my companion deals in something called dollars.
Can I see some of those doll hairs?
Sure, he holds out a wad of cash. So you said people don't usually disappear here. It seems your city has been disappearing a lot of people. I would like to assist in these disappearing acts. I'm
Sana's
quite good at
gonna
it.
Pick up the 10 gold coins and they're going to disappear back into her pouch because she just wanted to confirm that gold was what he wanted to talk about.
All right. So if someone were to disappear, which no one has, why would they? But if someone were to disappear, then I might know where to look. I might not.
And then what would it cost to know what you know?
Well, 10 gold, while quite cute, is not even a day's salary. I think something in the neighborhood of 500 gold.
No.
That ought to lubricate my lips.
Sana immediately says no.
Oh, well, then I'm afraid that I have no further business to conduct with you.
I'm
Like
not
I said,
paying you
nobody's
500
missing, so-
gold.
While this is going on, can the hot
Information.
man check his desk, see if there's any kind of papers or anything, specifically anything with his signature or his handwriting on it?
Yes, go ahead and do a we'll do You can do insight, or you can do just straight up perception. I'll let you choose.
Perception's my jam, so
Perception is your jam.
12.
Yeah, there's certainly writing. None of it means anything to you. He has very loopy handwriting, and you don't spot any red ink anywhere on these pages.
Is there anything with his signature, if nothing else?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Just about every piece of paper has his signature.
Got it. Okay.
Information is not worth 500 gold. Might give you 50 for information.
Is king.
I might give you 50 gold.
I'll give you a sliver for 50 gold.
A sliver. What's your definition?
The high man snaps and goes, "Pay the man."
It's called bargaining, you idiot.
If I don't see gold, then I don't hold it in my hand, then I can't tell you what I know.
Okay.
I lose my bargaining leverage.
Oh yeah, that's fair. So, a piece of information for 50 gold is what you're offering right now.
Yeah, sliver.
A piece of information.
He snaps his fingers a few more times. "Pay the man!"
Peace.
Very well. And Sana sets 50 gold coins in a small pouch.
Alright, as she brings it out, I snap my fingers again and smack her hand, accidentally knocking all of the gold all over the counter, the table, all of that stuff.
And so he is, startled by this, clearly drawn his attention to it. If there's anything you'd like to do
Champion,
during that
I am
distraction.
so... Oh, yeah, definitely. I want to steal a piece of paper with his... Oh,
Yeah,
no!
Oh, flat hands.
I was hoping that would give me, advantage or something.
I'll give you advantage on that, since, he's distracted.
And Sana... I was going to
Okay,
say, and Sana's
I'll do
going to
a
help with the
perspective.
distraction. Sana was going to help with the distraction and start leaning over the table and start picking stuff up. Be like, "I'm really sorry about this. He's a bit clumsy-handed." And, she's in his face, all up in his space.
It's fine. No, I can do it. I can do it.
13, I'm just trying to grab anything with his handwriting, his signature, any of that stuff.
I got this. I think one might have fallen under the
Just
floor.
one-
If you wanna get
one
down
random
there,
piece of
I'll
paper.
Get these up here. And she's trying to get his attention completely around the gold that's almost on the floor now.
You're being awfully pushy, and this is my personal space. I've already allowed you in here. I didn't invite you, certainly, but...
My mistake. I'm so sorry. Here you go. This will sweeten the deal. And I pull out a wad of cash, and I put the wad of cash next to the semi-stack of 50 gold.
Grabs a bill and...
You're welcome.
That's not very good. I think it's cut off. Alright, 50 gold. I'll tell you this. There are some people what have gone missing. See, the dungeon used to be filled with all sorts of folks. Forgers, arsonists, thieves, but ain't nobody in there. Now, the official word is that they had to, shut things down because there was an outbreak of black collar fever, but that's a load of shite. I've been in there myself, and there's nothing in there. So why Gaffney wanted that closed down, I don't know. And what happened to those prisoners? I couldn't tell you, but there was anywhere from 10 to 20 of them. They supposedly went to Freevale, but there ain't been a ship that's left for Freevale in better part of a year.
Bahan Man's gonna get real close and just say, "Do you know where these missing people are?" And I'd like to insight to see his reaction, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
And I'm going to ask a question in more regards to, so is the jail that you're speaking of where these people are right next to us, that cave space?
So as Bahatnan gets up in his face and yells, he kind of steps back a little bit from this spewing in his face, but he doesn't give away whether he knows anything or not. He's just I've told you what I know. But yes, it's just next door. We're told that we have to keep it manned at all times. Nobody goes in.
Right, of course. It's a perception for the people. I understand.
That's really important for young Gaffney. Anyway, I think that our business is done here, wouldn't you say?
It was a pleasure. And I
gonna go
stand
play
up
football.
and I go to do the weird handshake that I learned from the other people where you just smack the other person's hand as they reach out.
Oh, thank you for that.
Listen,
Keep the change. And the hot man goes to walk out.
as he's walking out, Sana just turns and says, honestly, we just really want to friend our friends. If you happen to find someone who goes by Cael or someone that goes by Robin, please seek us out. We do wish to just return to our lands, and we cannot return without them.
Certainly. Cael and Robin. If I see him or say something.
Thank you.
Okay. As we walk out of the room, I'm going to take a few steps away from the door and kneel down real quick and pull out my forger's kit that I am assuming comes with paper.
Yeah.
And very quickly, as fast as I can, scribble down, for impersonating me, Hal, you owe Bahat Man 1 tooth, and then sign it in his crude scribble.
Okay. Do you have proficiency with your forger's kit?
No. I don't,
Okay,
but I have the
then-
item.
Just go ahead and roll a deception check then. To
0.
see what quality this note
8.
is.
It's an 8. It's an
Okay.
8.
You head back outside. The fighting has largely died down. There's a couple of guys on the ground doing some like leg wrestling. You see Hal is he produced a beer from somewhere. You're not quite sure, and is just egging them on.
I'm gonna go up to him and go, "Oh hey Hal, this comes from your boss," and I'm gonna hold it up like right in his face with my left hand, and as he goes to read it, punch him through the paper with my right hand.
You're gonna start to say,
Oh
"I
my
can't
God.
read." Oh shit! And you catch him off guard. You don't have to roll for that.
Sure.
You go ahead and roll damage.
I think that would just be like a D4, which is 2.
For are you D4s or D6s? Since
Oh no, I'm a monk. Yeah, it would be a D6, which is 1, plus whatever my
your dex.
Yeah, I'm not
So
used
at
to
least
actually
4
being a
points.
monk. Yeah,
His
so it'd be
nose-
5 damage.
His nose shatters.
Yeah.
Blood pours. He drops to his knees.
I'm gonna quickly point to the signature and said, "Boss told me to. Sorry, had to do it. And I just quickly walk out like just sorry, boss's orders, and I just keep walking out.
You pull one of his teeth out of your knuckle. He says, "Well, the boss said, okay." That was a successful fist deception. And that ignites another round of fighting, and soon Hal is in the fray with someone else. Let's switch over
And
to
as
Yosara.
Bahamyan's walking out, he's like, "Oh yeah, he said he could take you," and just like trying to egg them on, trying to get out the door.
And just to be honest,
What
Sana
the
is trying to
bullshit?
catch up to him because she has something she wants him to do, and like he's like power walking away, and so she's trying to keep up, and she starts shoving people out of her way, enticing more fighting because she's like strength, like just checking these guys to the left and the right as she gets through to get over to Bahatman.
Yes, clearly they're not a well-regulated militia like they said, and it is absolute chaos. Yosara and Ildren, you are on your way over toward the temple district.
And just so
correct?
you know, Bahatman's gonna take that tooth and look at Sana and go, "Perfect."
Mission accomplished. Ildren Yosara, you are on your way. Go ahead and give me perception checks to see if you spot anything as you approach.
Ew.
Nope. You are able to differentiate between the two temples as you draw close, but nothing catches your eye as you do. The temple on the map north left is the Temple of Auril, and the one beneath that is the Church of Halsa. And you
And,
remember that Kadri was the priest of Auril.
We're gonna.
And
What's that?
do we know? We don't really know much about those gods, do we?
Other
than-
they're like
Yeah.
these fringe gods in a demi-plane. So yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know much.
Okay. But you said oral, and what was the second one?
Halsa, Halsa.
H-A-L... H-A? What?
Ha.
Halha?
Halsa.
Halsa. Oh, for the S.
There we go. Thanks, Sarah.
I kept hearing H. Halsa. Chips and Halsa. Well, Yosara, should we head to the temple on the left then? If that's where Kedrick's at.
If he's as much a man of the people as they've been talking about, it won't be hard to get an audience with him.
Right, that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, assuming he is what they think he is.
Let's go find out.
Okie doke.
You make your way to the temple. As you cross the little, statue courtyard, you see that the doors are wide open, and you can feel warmth coming from inside. And you can see like there's a pretty large fire burning inside. Not like the building's on fire, but seeming like almost like a bonfire. And you see that there are a couple of people inside even before you enter the building. There's no one outside in this little courtyard or anything, but the way is not blocked.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll
just tentatively step in through the.
proceed by the fire. Is anyone gathered
Very
about?
warm. There are like the pews are built in a circle around the this bonfire itself, and off to the left you see an old woman with a young girl, and they're just kind of have their heads bowed and are kind of rocking back and forth as they look at the fire. And off to the right there is a very bedraggled old man. His clothes are utterly in disarray, just rags, a long scraggly beard, and there is who you assume must be the priest talking to him. Kind of seems like he's almost steadying him with his hand on his shoulder. The priest is a tall, relatively good-looking man. He has a light skin, light hair, light eyes, and the two are just in conversation.
You have any particular way you want to do this, Yosar?
I'm gonna walk up, not like awkwardly close to where the old man is, but decently close, still like socially acceptable distance away, and sort of act like I'm warming myself around the fire, kind of make a bit of a show of it to try and get the priest to pay attention to the newcomer.
Certainly. As you look in the fire, you notice that there's no fuel. It's just a fire burning, which is certainly unusual. And as you sidle up and rub your hands next to the fire, the priest catches or takes note of you and says, "Oh, welcome, newcomers. Please, yes. Come to the fire. You just missed our afternoon service, but there's going to be another one in 2 hours. But I'd love to pray with you. I'd love to talk about what's troubling you, what brings you in today, and maybe give you a little bit more information on why you should put your faith in the Frost Mother."
Initially we came here because we heard it was a place to warm travelers, but we'd be interested in talking with you and hearing about your faith, right? And I nudge Ildren.
Yes, I kind of just approach the fire, take off my gloves, start warming in my hands.
There it is. Yes, these Frostmarch nights certainly are cold. And you're not from around these parts, are you?
What gave it away? I kind of pull back my hood, reveal the ears and everything.
Well, all are welcome here. The Frost Mother does not discriminate. Isn't that right, Audric? And he kind of shakes the old man's shoulder, and the old man goes, yes. It's great. And kind of nods off.
Do you have somewhere to talk that won't disturb the worship of your other patrons?
Oh, certainly. Would you like to? We can step back into my office.
As he's leading us away, can I get a kind of look over of the woman and her child to see like what kind of condition they look in? You know,
Yeah, certainly. They look to be certainly not like nobles, but they're nowhere near the state of this this drunken, bedraggled man. They, just kind of your average citizen.
Okay. Do they look relatively like healthy or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look great.
And they're just kind of staring at the fire, praying.
Yeah, eyes closed, but just kind of like nodding in this almost, like meditative, just rhythm.
Okay. I'll just kind of give them a quick glance before I follow them into the temple.
They haven't even noticed you.
Okay.
So the priest leads you back the opposite end of the building into a private room. And inside is a desk, a wardrobe, and a couple of chairs. They are pretty Spartan, and this is certainly not something built for comfort. And there's also another door at the backside. He says, "Take a seat. Take a seat."
I'll go ahead and sit down as I go. I kind of say, "Forgive me, I'm not familiar with the Frost Mother. I'm a follower of another. I hope that doesn't make me unwelcome here."
No, of course not. I firmly believe that the gods are one, plural, but also that they coexist, and perhaps your god is not so different from mine.
Well, I certainly come from a similar environment. It's very cold in my home as well.
Well, it's difficult, as you well know, but she gives us warmth and she gives us strength.
And peace, I would say.
Peace? Yeah, well, peace is hard. We have to work for it.
It can be elusive.
Certainly. So yeah, I'd be happy to help tell you anything you'd like to know. We do have services 3 times a day, which that's where you're going to get the more formal sermons. But just in general, the Frost Mother, she protects us from the horrors of this world, keeps at bay the cold, and keeps away the creatures that might wish to do us harm.
It must be very powerful with the hearth burning all through the night.
Yes, it is a miracle. It is the blessing that she has bestowed upon us. It's nothing that I do. It just burns and burns and burns.
Really?
Has been for longer than I've been alive.
A blessing in this place, maybe?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I just asked a blessing, maybe.
Oh, certainly, yes, for our piety and our belief.
Why do you say peace is so hard to come by if she's watching over you?
Well, you're new to the city, yes?
Clearly, yes. We're not from here.
Well, there's a lot going on in Frostmarch. There are people who don't have the best intentions, or maybe have good intentions, but just don't know quite how to act on them. I don't know if you know this, but my father used to be in charge here, and great man, and he's left a hole in all of our hearts, and some people have taken opportunities in his absence. But I trust my brother is going to right the ship, as it were.
These people taking opportunities. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, the Watch, I would steer clear of them if I were you. They really operate more as mercenaries. Whoever can line their pockets, and I'm not a wealthy man, so I'm unable to do so. But they largely ignore the people. We're really the ones at the grassroots level doing anything. I don't know if you know this, but children missing. A lot of them.
I saw a poster in the slums outside. Is that anything related?
It is, and unfortunately, the watch is acting. I have to believe on their own accord. They won't even let me speak with my brother. I haven't seen him in months.
Well, who are they to deny you, the brother of the leader?
They say that it's on his orders, but I don't believe them.
Has he spoken with anyone?
As far as I know, he gives his orders directly to Hadron. He's become a bit of a shut-in. Give me insight checks.
Aha. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Well, with a nat 20, 18 solid as well, Kadri gives you the impression of being, like, very, like, rehearsed and polished, and like he's just a little bit too nice.
I mean, can that vibe all without my nat teen?
My natural insight's gotten that.
What about, well,
Would we have picked up, is he being honest about not being allowed to see his brother?
He's not giving any indication of lying. That doesn't mean he's not, but he's not giving any indication of it.
So what do you do to help the people that have lost children? I mean, clearly the watch isn't going to listen to you, but are you doing anything?
Well, I've held several vigils over the last few months. We've done food drives to care for the families that have been affected. I've helped put up posters, but it's a fool's errand. As soon as we put them up, they're taken down. But I've tried talking with Hadron, but he is a stubborn man, and I don't have what he wants.
what would you say he wants?
Oh, money makes Hadron's world work.
Well, it's simple enough.
Well, not for folks like me, and not for the people, well, down beneath the walls of the city.
Outside of the slums, is that how the rest of Frostmarch works?
It's certainly how the upper tiers work. And down here, yes, money is important, but we tend to look out for one another.
Who does see Gaffney?
As far as I know, it's just Hadron.
He never leaves his keep up there.
Why would he? It's so resplendent and luxurious. Meanwhile, so many people are starving. And go without.
Isn't he concerned about unrest?
Yes, but he has the watch. I don't know what has happened with my brother. He never liked this when we were children.
What
It's all
Sorry, go ahead.
it's just all perplexing.
Well, heavy wears the crown.
Well,
What can you tell us of the temple just across the way? They worship a god named Halsa, I heard?
Yes, and she is certainly more popular than Auril, but it's not a popularity contest. She's fine, goddess of light and love, but it's I don't want to speak bad of anybody's faith, so I won't.
Well, we'll speak of your faith then. What does the Frost Mother value?
She values dedication, she values family, and she values charity, which is why I feel compelled to help.
My goddess, she tends to value the power of sacrifice and burden.
Well, yes, there is absolutely. I mean, this idea of working and putting in and contributing, but as we all are one large family. But sacrifice, no, that is foreign to me.
Well, Yosara, I don't suppose you've, since know so little of the missing people, that you've heard anything of a man named Cael or a young boy named Robin.
Cael, Robin, those are strange names. I can't say that I have, but are you looking for them?
Well,
We fear that they're missing.
yeah, we're certainly curious about them. We've heard that they're missing as well, and they're newcomers like us. We've frequented one of the, lower establishments and then heard a few rumors.
Then perhaps we can work together. I would love it if the two of you could help in our endeavors here. Maybe come to tonight's vigil.
I would be very interested to come to tonight's vigil.
Well, we're meeting in the acre, as most of them are unable to get into the city on a regular basis. Yeah, if you just want to come and show signs of support, help us. Really, what we're lacking is a strategy for how to proceed in a meaningful way. But I don't know, maybe you can help.
I am curious. You talk about the control the watch has. What have you heard happens to those who run afoul?
I go to the dungeon, and those who go to the dungeon rarely return.
Seems a rather harsh way to run things.
It certainly is. But of course, there's never violence in the streets, so there are no problems in Frostmarch.
Except for those outside the walls, of course.
Yes, but well, most don't view them as even people, sadly. So we were up against a lot.
Well, Yosara, I think that we've found out everything that we can find out here. I look forward to coming to the vigil and seeing how we worship here. Do you have any other questions for him, Yosara?
If you were able to get an audience with your brother, what would you want to ask him?
I would want to ask him if he knows what's going on, and if he's complicit.
Do you have any sort of, I don't know, nickname or anything for your brother that he would recognize as coming from you?
Well, when I was young, I had a hard time saying his name, so I called him Offie.
You type that, Cael, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just like AFI. Affy.
That's sweet. I'm sure you'd be happy to hear that again.
Certainly.
I hope you're able to talk to Afi soon.
Yes. I hope so. If it's okay with you, I'm just gonna go check on Audric. He was not in the best state when I left him.
Of course, we'll leave you to get ready for your service tonight. You spoke of charity. I'd like to, and I pull out 10 gold and put it on his desk.
Do a perception check here.
I can't see shit.
He gives just a nice big smile and says, thank you so much.
I'm kind of suspicious.
Did you
of him.
miss the?
Could I do a perception
Did you miss
check?
the desk?
What was that, Ildren?
I'm kind of suspicious of him. Could I do a perception check?
Yeah, perception or
If
insight
it's
is totally
something
fine.
about his
Yeah.
character at least. Oh my god! Never mind.
Yeah, no, he just
neither of you are perceiving anything right now, it seems.
He just kind of sweeps the gold up.
Got full feelings in
and-
this place. Wow.
Yeah, and just thank you so much. This will go a long way for a lot of meals. Thank you.
I would give something, but I literally have not found a single piece of gold. And
Oh no, that is. Does Ildren have no money?
I don't think I have any money.
He says, "Oh,
I
here." And he hands you 1 gold.
No. I refuse it out of pride. But I don't tell him that. I'm just like, no, please. I couldn't possibly take from a
Oh, all right,
fellow
well,
man of faith.
if you do need a hot meal, then there will be food tonight at the vigil.
it's,
But I'll see you there.
it's good to know we can always find a warm place in the city. We
Yes.
go to food play,
A friendly face.
go to weed.
Well, may the Frost Mother watch over you as you look for your friends. I hope you find them.
May the Dark Maiden do the same with you, and then walk out with Yosara.
When you head outside, there's nobody in the temple.
Not the
Nope,
the
they've
woman.
they've all left.
Who say was about to try to come back for the old. Also, Yosara, what did we know about that old man? His name was familiar. Odric, the Wanderer.
Is it this? Do you think it's? Oh shit!
There was something. I wrote it down, so that means I heard it.
Yes. So this is something that Sana and Hotman learned
Okay.
from Tandra, that he just kind of lurks, and she's had some concerns.
Is he like, or would we know if he is like homeless?
Oh yeah, he's a mendicant. He,
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to do in this town. Jesus.
certainly. Okay, so let's see. Bahatman and Sana, you left the barracks. What was your next plan?
Let's meet up with the rest of the party. We have some things to discuss with them.
You know what? Hold on, wait, Bahat Man. I actually don't think we should do that.
I'm intrigued. You seem like such a goody two shoes, law bringing paladin, boring kind of person. Yeah.
Everybody's
No, it's a compliment coming
Thanks
to
for it.
a person like you.
Thanks. I think we need to go ahead.
And
We need to go ahead and take the chance to try and get up there to see him. Either that, or we need to go ahead and take advantage and try and get into the jail and see what's going on in there. Because I don't really understand how. so
I
many
agree.
people
The
could have
way I
missed
see
him.
it, we have 3 options. We either go into Under Mountain, which I think would be a stealth mission full of violence. We meet the town leader, which I gotta think we should meet the rest of the team for that. It could be interesting, and they may know something we don't. Or option 3, I, being Bahatsman, the most law-bringing person, arrest your 2 friends for being lawbringers, send them to jail, so that we can track them and see what happens to the people in the prison.
That's not a bad idea. All things considered, that it would get us in good with the captain of the guard.
Nicest thing you ever said to me. Thank you.
So the 3 choices. I don't disagree about going to see the state head with the others. That's definitely a good idea. But we might as well
Running this
take
by you.
advantage.
We arrest your 2 friends right now and not tell them what's going on so they can really get into character.
I'm kind of in the mood to arrest them, to be honest. I'm very frustrated with life. It would just make me feel a little bit better.
Right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Welcome to the dark side."
That's not what you know what? I'm not even going to argue with you anymore. Yeah, sure. Dark side. Let's go. Let's go find them.
So you know that they were heading over to the Temple District. You make your way in that direction. Go ahead and give me perception checks. And Ildren and Yosara, as you're exiting, go ahead and do the same.
Okay, if I stand like a gargoyle while doing the perception, do I get advantage? You're able to see my numbers,
No.
right? I have.
Sorry, you need
DM.
to pick shit up. What is going on with these
Oh,
bros?
Sarah, you don't notice anything. Ildren, with your 10, you are looking around, maybe for Bahadman and Sana, and you spot just across the bridge, half hiding behind like a little bench, is this white-haired head that sees you and then like ducks underneath. With your 23 Bahatman, as you're walking around, you spot in the distance Sana and Ildren, but that's not what really catches your attention. You see very briefly in the shadows 2 garnet red eyes just burning brightly. They're there for a moment, and then they're gone.
Oh, no. There's the 2 criminals. Also, I saw 2 eyes in the shadows. Those are my shadows.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so they're over there. That's fine. What eyes? Hold on. You saw what?
I don't know, eyes in the shadows, but they were looking at me, and I like to hide in the shadows. They're hogging the shadows. I think we kick its ass.
Okay. Yeah, no, why don't we actually look at that real quick, because they're not probably going to go far. So where were the eyes?
Yeah,
Print them
look, we
out?
could take them anytime. In the shadows, right over there, come on.
And so I'm going to follow him over to the shadows to see what eyes he seems to have seen.
Yeah, you approach this. It was quite a ways away, but on the map it was like kind of over in the general direction of number 5. So a good distance away, but unmistakable in the darkness. And as you look around,
what time of day is it right now?
It's permanently nighttime,
Yeah.
but
Permanently
it's like mid-afternoon in terms of the.
Yeah, I was
hours of operation.
asking more for foot traffic, as in,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
somebody else had seen this and suddenly made a reaction. But if it's, if
There
it's
are-
mid-afternoon, are there other people? Like, do
Yeah,
they seem to take notice of this, or?
There are people in this market. You see, like the spot that you noticed these eyes was just kind of like off in this little shadowy corner. Nobody's giving any indication that they have. Go ahead and do investigation checks.
Investigation? Okay.
Yeah.
I am a perceptor, not an investigator.
Anna, you see that in this spot that Bahatman has drawn you to, there's a very clear set of footprints that is like right in the spot where he was talking about, and then it goes like behind two little buildings, and it disappears at the mountain wall.
So after seeing the footprints, I follow them, and suddenly I'm standing in front of the wall, and I'm gonna place my hand on it to see how solid it is, like if it's truly like a mountain.
Yeah, it's carved mountain wall. It's kind of vertical at this point. It seems solid. Yosara and Ildren, you certainly, I don't think you would have seen Bahatman and Sana. Certainly Yosara wouldn't have. But we can we'll check in with you in just a second. So Sana, you're checking out this wall. Go ahead and do an investigation check.
I was also gonna say I'm gonna start looking up and around to see if
okay.
If maybe
Perfect.
Instead of them like disappearing, because obviously the footsteps disappear, what's the next best thing? What's around me and above me? Because I'm pretty tall, so I'm not just gonna be like, okay, they disappear here, but there's nowhere to go, so let's start looking up and around.
Okay. Perfect. Let's see how you do. Excellent. There are no trees immediately in this area, so you're looking up. There's nothing above you, but as you're feeling around the wall, you are just trying to find something like how these footprints could have possibly just, or whoever made them could have disappeared. You can tell that they're boots, and you find one little like rocky knob on this otherwise relatively smooth patch of wall, and it just seems a bit out of place.
Can I try and pull it out and push it in to see if it moves?
You fiddle around with it, and on the underside of it, you feel like a little depression. And as you touch it, suddenly the wall opens up. Very, very small opening at the bottom of it.
Okay,
and there are rough-hewn stairs leading down.
So I'm gonna crouch down, looking down in the hole, and I'm gonna be like, Bahat man! Bahat man! I'm gonna yell it until he comes up next to me.
Since I didn't see the footprints, I was about to charge in and arrest the two criminals, but then I stopped hearing my name, Bahatman.
Bahatman, I need you over here. Yeah, right here. Just follow the sound of my voice.
Reluctantly, I come up to her.
Mm-hmm. Hey, where'd you
Anna,
run off to?
as Bahatman is approaching, and just after you yell out, you hear a very bizarre sound coming from the depths of this staircase. It's not quite a howl, and it's not quite a shriek. It's this otherworldly bugling, and it lasts for just a moment, but it sends a shiver down your spine.
Oh, I doubt that. I'm gonna turn to Bahatman and say, "Hey, hole."
No. What'd you find?
I'm gonna point down to the hole in the staircase that's like right at like a little bit in between my calves, where it is, because you said it was small. And say, "Look, it's a hole. I need you to go down there."
Can Bahatman roll history to see if he recognizes the architect who built it? Is it a 16th century cathedral like he's used to? As that is where I'm taking my inspiration is 7.
Yeah, it's definitely a cathedral. Wait, no, it's not at all. Dang, you've never seen this before.
I'm gonna be like, yeah,
Amazing.
I need you to go down there. Because you said you saw
Done.
my eyes, so you first. And I'm just gonna watch as he like starts
goes
crawling
stealthy with his clay cape and starts ninja-ing his way down.
Okay, we will come back to the two of you in just a moment. Yosara and Ildren. Ildren, you spotted this white-haired figure peek behind this bench and then dip back down when you made eye contact. Yosara is searching the area for who knows what.
I immediately grab Yosara by the arm, and don't necessarily point out the white-haired person I see. But how far away are they? Would you say?
20 yards.
20 yards. Okay. I'm just gonna say to Yosara, we're being watched right now. Let's just casually walk this way, and I kind of lead her towards, not directly towards the bench, but adjacent to it. Try to approach this person.
There is a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, we're walking. Basically, after we left the church, as he says that, I want to make sure that my like money pouch is well like hidden, tucked into my wardrobe or something. But I
look
would
like rich out of towners, and you're clutching your pearls as we walk by.
No, I'm not like trying to clutch it. I'm trying to make sure I don't get pickpocketed, but I'm also suspicious that we're trying to. So I want to have like a couple coins obviously in my pocket.
Okay. As you're approaching, you hear a little bit of a scuffle and then suddenly the breaking of glass. And dang.
Was that coming from the direction of the white bear?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to rush over there. Like I'm really concerned, kind of like jogging. and try to see if I can get a view of what just happened.
And you see the old man from the temple, who the priest identified as Audric, lying on the ground, like on his like chest, with a broken bottle of like some green glass next to him, and he's like grabbing fragments of it and like holding them to his mouth and like trying to looks like get like the last little bit of liquid from them.
Bad luck, friend. I'm just gonna come up from behind, try to help him pick up bigger pieces of the glass.
You're my friend?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Oh, okay, because you know what friends do, right?
What's that?
Come here. Come here, you gotta get close.
Oh god, this is gonna be... I know what's gonna happen, I just... yeah.
They play games. Let's play games.
Oh, thank god. Yes, I agree completely.
do you want to play a game?
What kind of games do you guys play around here? I'm not from this town.
It's a very fun game. It's called... You probably never heard of it. It's called Drink the Drinks.
You know, I have something similar where I'm from. Yeah.
Where are you from? I'm from here.
I'm from over there.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Way over there. Far away.
Like right over there? And he points over to just like a random house.
I don't even look where he's pointing. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh shit, that's makes sense why I never see you before. That's cool.
Hey,
that's
you want to get somewhere warm? Maybe we can, get you some soup or something.
I'm not even cold. I like it. The snow's good. Do you ever just like wriggle around the snow? It's just fun.
Does he look like he's genuinely not cold?
Yeah, he looks okay. He is very dirty. His beard is matted. He is clearly very drunk. He says, "Okay, we'll play a game." And he like turns out his pockets and he says, I don't have any more money, so I guess we can't play."
Well, that stinks, 'cause I don't have any either, but luckily my friend Yosara here, I just her up. She is our, if you would, patron for the evening. We're here on official business, but we have a little bit of a, a side fund for night cocktails. And it's always night here.
That's just two friends for Audric one day. That's a good day.
Oh yeah, God's just smiling on you today, friend.
Sure. Let's go. Hey, come here.
Yeah. What's up?
Let's go get something to drink, and then we'll play the game, okay? But don't tell anybody else, cause then there's too many people, and then it's not as fun.
Better keep it at a small number. That way, more game to play between us.
Yes, and then no one says, "Hey, Audric, I see you there," and they'll throw things at you. Because people throw, it's fine, it's whatever. I don't care.
Hey, no one's gonna throw anything while we're with you. All right. I kind of loop my arm around him and start to direct him towards, I guess, the brothel we just came from. Is it relatively close, or is there another?
You're not far away. There's a variety of taverns as well. Says,
maybe not the brothel. I don't want to run into that my lovely lady.
I can't. I can't go in there. They don't like me in there.
Oh.
They said I can't go in there. I don't want to be trouble for anyone. Logic doesn't like trouble. There's enough trouble as it is. Aren't you scared?
What would I be scared of?
You're not scared? That's pretty cool. You're brave. You guys are so cool. You're my best friends.
No one else in this town is a friend of yours, Audrin? Audric?
Oh, some people are nice. Like, I have this one friend.
Yeah? Tell me about him.
Well, he said I couldn't tell anybody about him.
Oh, I wouldn't want to put your, friendship on the line there, especially if he's your only friend around here.
Well, but we're best friends, right?
Well,
No,
I mean, that's
we're your friends now too, so we can
kind
be
of what I was thinking.
Gosh, you think he might be mad though?
I mean, if he's your friend, he'll understand, right? I mean, Yosara does things to me all the time, and I always understand.
Who's this star?
Mostly. Oh, Yosara, this is,
Oh,
this is
that's just sorry. Okay. It was your name is your star
Mine's-
too?
No, I'm Mildred, and I, put a hand on his shoulder, it's like,
Which was Audric?
That's you, friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
maybe when we play Little, we'll trade names and have a game of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's.
And if you tell us about your other friend, we can all four be friends, and then you can have all of us hang out together.
You maybe he'll let you help us.
Maybe.
We're very
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. Okay, go get the drinks.
I'm gonna pull my bottle of beer from bras out of my bag. Like, I have a drink here.
Are you a magician?
Whoa!
Just
Really old beer.
I'm just feigning surprise, like, what?
where did that come from?
I like drinks. I keep drinks with me. So,
You can't keep a drink.
well, if you're really sneaky about it, you can.
That's that. Well, Audrey gets a drink. He drinks a drink. That's why I call it a drink.
And are you with that?
Okay.
So we can share this, and you can tell us about your other friend, and maybe we can find him and he can share with us too.
I'll go first. I'll show you how it's done.
Alright, let's do it.
And he takes this old beer and drinks 99% of it. I won. I think.
Damn, did we miss it?
It's gotta be better than that.
We'll drink the last couple drops of the beer. Just man. See, now it's
Yeah.
not. You didn't get any of it.
I just gotta take the bottle.
Oh,
Or did I win? Is this like a golf kind of idea? Low score.
I'll drink the drinks. I'm sorry. It's okay. We can still be friends, even though you lost.
You know what? I'm gonna get you next time. And I hand him the bottle.
Not if I get you first.
Are we?
Did your friend play this game with you?
No. He's very, very, very serious. He's on mission, and I got spread the word.
What's the mission?
He's gonna save us all.
Sounds important. What's he saving us
Yeah. He's saving us from all the bad things. All the bad things out there, and there's a lot of it.
from? Just all of them? Is there like a specific one that he's focusing on right now? Because maybe we can help.
Did you know about children?
Like, what about children?
This is the children. They're on a mission too.
Are they helping? Are the children your friends too?
I don't see the children. I spread a word about the blight of the north.
What do you do when you spread the word? Do you just tell people about the blight of the north?
I tell people. I tell them that he talks to me. That he chose me. And I tell him about he's very scary, but he's nice. But he's scary.
And the children are on this mission too?
He said they have another job. Just for them. but I,
Sora.
well, I'm not. I could show you. Because
Sora.
Give me a second. Children and I are going to figure out where to get the next drink to play this game. And then you can show us where the mission is.
I'm good. I'm gonna go pee. And Audric goes and relieves himself. And I'm going to go to the bathroom as well.
Good timing.
3-minute break.
Yeah.
Somehow dealing with a drunk Cael acting and children and regular drunk people all is the same voice.
Drunk children too.
While we're waiting for Egg, Ruby, what are you streaming on Friday?
So we're gonna be streaming Fall Guys. So my friend found a drinking game for it, but it's pretty intense.
What's Fall Guys? Is it a game?
It's a game. So imagine little characters that look like little beans. Like they're like they look like M&Ms almost, but they're more like bean shaped. And you go through obstacle courses. And
Compared to RimWorld.
Huh?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Racing game with beans.
Yeah, and the there's these objects that we like to call butt plugs that you slam into as you try to get through the obstacle course. And then it's really frustrating
because what you do with a butt plug.
Yeah, and what's really frustrating is people like to grab our asses in the game and stop us from trying to complete the obstacle courses. So there's a lot of ass grabbing all over the place, and we curse a lot.
I know what Fall Guys is.
Yeah, it's great. It's pretty funny, honestly. Some of the streams that do it just make it hilarious. And my friend Raven Starfire, who's going to be doing it with me, she's great. She's so funny. So we're going to be doing it after I get off work on Friday. So I'm streaming tomorrow morning.
Send me a Raven. Send me a Raven.
I'll send you a Raven. So I'm streaming tomorrow morning with Cael. I'm sure you saw Matilda the message that he sent me in the chat. He's going to bed early tonight so he can get up and game with me, because I'll be up at 5:30 in the morning to game and stream Destiny with him. And then I'm off tomorrow evening. I'm not getting on the computer at all after work. And then Friday morning I'm running errands so that I can stream Friday after work.
I'm interested in seeing you Friday in the after work in the stream, but I also have to say, oh, puppy!
I hate you so much. I want a puppy so bad, but I can't afford a puppy right now.
I know it's not really a puppy.
Free. I found this one on the road.
You know what? I've actually never found an animal on the road that I could keep. And make sure I emphasize that I could keep. Okay? I found ducks.
No, most of the time, ducks.
Yep. My dog. So we live in Mississippi. Wood ducks lay their eggs and their ducks in trees. And I guess my dog scared them. And then he ran around chasing the baby ducks. He drowned one in his water bowl.
Oh my god.
Escaped.
This is not the kind of thing we say on the stream.
And the rest of them I was able to save from my crazy dog. Well,
I semi-recently got to release 2 baby rabbits.
They were probably eaten by a dog.
They were stolen by a cat, and the cat wanted to thrash them, but I politely said no, and I sprayed the cat with a spray bottle.
Oh, nice.
And then Charlotte went absolutely bonkers over the baby rabbits. And
I also saved a mole from my dog.
Yeah. We finally let them go, and Charlotte was devastated that the rabbits were let go, and then she started saying, bye-bye, rabbits, see you tomorrow.
Aww.
But it's Namaro to her, so it's bye-bye, see you Namaro.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, spelled with an N, Namaro.
Namaro.
What's that?
Namaro,
Yeah.
I love you, Namaro. You're only...
An A.
A. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
No, but yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. I haven't actually done one of these in like a really, really long time. So, and I haven't gotten drunk in a really, really long time. So, you're in for a treat.
Oh boy.
That's what D&D is about. I'm sure half of you are blitzed right now.
It's a few beers.
No, I didn't.
Water
How-
this
if I
guy.
recall, my weight would.
I mean, you guys are bartenders, so like the liver's a muscle. I don't care what anybody says.
Takes way too long, way too much for me to get blitzed.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Jump back in. So we are still here with Ildrin and Yosara and Audric.
Yeah,
And it was just
we're
it was
we're
I'm
gonna.
up with Yosara off to the side, yeah. So I think it's pretty clear we have a common friend, us and Audric. Do you think he's talking about Kadri?
Maybe.
We saw them speaking earlier, and we know that Kadri's friendly, and that he wouldn't be, of the people that we've seen around here, probably the most likely to form a relationship with this guy.
He's the only known suspect we have, but I mean.
And I mean, did you pick up on him? It seemed to really scripted everything he was feeding us earlier.
He's got the pious priest act down pretty well.
Well, he's obviously been doing it for a long time, but I don't know.
I don't want to discount other possibilities. I mean, he's our best bet right now, but he's the only one we know. So
I'm keeping an eye on Audric, by the way. He's still there, right?
Oh yeah, he's just.
I don't want to turn around and he's like
stream.
missing.
Kanan, Ildrin is watching him pee now.
Yeah.
That's a healthy
Okay, you can watch if you want.
I mean, it's freezing here. Does it freeze before it hits the ground? Is he just pissing icicles?
No, I mean pee's very hot, so it's good.
I mean, if you think it's hot, that's on you.
Gross.
Oof. Okay. Well, he wants to bring us to meet him. I don't feel comfortable doing that without the others.
I don't.
I think there's something afoot.
Maybe not to meet him. Let's see what we can get him to tell us about this first. And then we can figure out if it would be a good idea to bring Sona and Bahatman to meet some sketchy person.
That's true. Bahamut might just break all of his fucking teeth.
They're not the best at the whole underhanded back alley, quietly gathering things.
Yeah, maybe a deft hand would be better for this one.
Let's see what we can find out first, okay?
Okay, alright. Fair enough. Well, do we follow him?
All
then?
done.
Hey, good job, buddy. So,
did it all myself.
You about ready to introduce us to your other friend? We're ready to meet some friendly people.
Oh well, he finds me. I don't really know where he is. Have you seen Blood of the North?
You know, I haven't seen him. I'm curious to meet him though.
He's not like us. He doesn't look like us.
Does he do the drinking game with you like we do?
But he always loses. Cause I'm too good.
Does he play other games with you?
No, but he gives me a job. I have two jobs. I gotta spread the word about Blood of the North. Tell people Blood of the North. Blood of the North.
You
But
saw.
also, I have to keep everything safe for when they come back.
What is everything?
I said I could show you. They're gifts.
Let's go. Do you want Ildrin? Do you want to see the gifts?
Absolutely. Gosh, sorry, we could also maybe clear his mind a little bit. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing, but
I don't know if that would be good or bad.
right. We could sober him up though with healing.
Audric, do you want food and some drinking game maybe? Or
I already had like food today. I just want to show you this. It's unless you want to see it, it's fine. You just talking.
No,
to me.
we definitely want to see it. Isn't that right, your star?
Of course we do. Why wouldn't we want to see what our best friend has to show us?
And times of the essence, you know, there's...
It's kind of far. It's kind of far.
Is it in the city?
It's not in the city.
Oh.
What if we introduce you to some of our other friends, and then you can have 4 more friends today?
Do they look like you, or do they look like the Bly of the North?
What does Columbus look like?
He's whoa. It's like all black. It's like that's like that happens. His face. It doesn't look like a face. It's like a skull. And it's got these bright red eyes, and he's got the like horns, big horns.
You have a friend that has horns?
You know the
And
Blight of the
red
North?
eyes?
And his red eyes?
Yes. She
Right.
has horns.
Well,
That's so cool. That is so cool. I'm excited.
well,
Should we go?
yeah, let's go look for him.
Okay.
I mean, lots to do. Come on, bud.
If
Look
he-
around.
If he's not in the city, can we tell our friends we're leaving so they don't get scared that we're gone?
Yeah, you want to tell your friends that nobody likes to be scared.
That would be bad. All right, come with us, and we'll introduce you to our friends. Then we can tell them we're leaving, and you can show us, and we'll get another drink.
That sounds like a perfect time. Okay, where are we going? And Audric starts just like wandering around.
Just gonna kind of like drunk ping pong ball guide him between me and Ildren towards like the center staircase. I'm like frantically trying to find Sana and Bahatman to like signal to them like, hey guys, just come with us.
Okay, we're gonna switch over to the two of you. Last we were there, Sana, you told Hotman to go down into the staircase.
And I'm gonna be
A hot
standing.
man stealths up and starts creeping down the staircase very slowly.
very
Stealthily.
stealthily. So
Yeah,
I'm
after you get
leaning over, looking down, and he's stealthily creeping.
as you get like into the opening, it widens like, and you're able to stand after a couple of
Gotcha.
steps.
How
And
dark is it in there?
It is. There's no lights.
Okay. Bahatman is moving at like 1 step a minute because Bahatman does not have dark vision.
Bahatman, after a little while, you can't see shit.
Sana,
And Sana, you just
having,
see him creeping.
having very clearly being able to see him and see 60 feet, into the cave, is like, what are you doing? Why are you walking so slow?
I was not born in the darkness.
Are you telling me you can't see?
You hear, shut up, and it's coming from like 6 feet in front of you.
And suddenly, Bahatman. Oh, you're only 6 feet. Never mind. But
Yeah,
you,
like 10 feet, I don't know. Like
Sana,
just
very clearly, you can see past Bahatman. The stairs level out, and it makes like a very sharp turn to your right.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of just grab my head and be like, all right, I'm coming down. Are you okay?
yes.
Okay. And then, just to be nice, I pull out my torch and I light it with the tinder. And I walk in and I slowly like cross over to him and say, stand up, and I hold it out to my right where he's standing. I'm like, here you go.
I quickly grab the torch and put it out. Have you ever heard of stealth, woman?
Have you ever heard of
We
the
can't
blind
see
leading the
them, they
blind?
can't see us.
Okay, let me so I'm gonna get you a little education here. I can see all the way down to that corner that's turning that you can't even see in front of you.
Bahat Man cannot see the corner, therefore he has no idea what she's talking about. So he's just like, yeah, of course, all right.
Okay, can you see my hand over here? And she like holds her hand out in the darkness and is like kind of waving her hand to see if she can see it.
Yeah, of course I can see your hand.
Okay, and can you see all the way down at the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, can't you?
All right, go walk it. Let me see it.
Okay, and he's gonna walk up the stairs and leave.
Oh, you're gonna leave the cave? Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue forward and look around the bend.
Okay. Coming out of the cave, realizing he cannot see at all in there, Bahat Man is a little bit defeated and frustrated by it, but he leaves the cave.
You leave the cave, and somewhere there is a very disappointed butler. Sana, continue. You make it to this bend, and you can see that it extends at least 60 feet. It slopes gently downward, but you can't see anything beyond that, and it's at the edge of your dark vision.
I gotcha.
Knowing that the other two were coming out of the temple, can Bahat Man look for the other two?
Yeah, absolutely. Yosara and Ildren, where were you going to search?
Walking towards we knew they were heading towards the guard area, I guess. So walking towards that center, just north of 7.
And Sana is actually going to turn the corner, look back up, and see Bahat Man having like kind of left the entrance and just shrugs and actually continues walking down the cave just to see what else she's able to see before she encounters anything. It says that right now she can't see that there's anything of danger where she's going.
Perfect. So Yosara, Ildren, Bahat Man, eventually you're able to see each other and are able to meet up should you choose. Sana, as you continue, you eventually get to a point where there is a very slight fork. The main tunnel continues straight ahead, continuing to slope downward, but there is a tunnel that branches off to the right, and about 3 feet down there is a closed wooden door.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate just that area at the fork and the door to see if I see any footprints from the boots that I had seen previously up above.
It's dry here. There's no like snow or anything like that. But you're welcome to investigate.
Okay. Oh, not very much.
You can tell that the door is cracked.
All right. I'm gonna go up to the door, not opening it. And I'm gonna crouch down and listen and see if I can hear anything.
You wait. Roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm bad at perception just because of my wisdom.
You hear nothing.
Okay.
And maybe there was nothing to hear at all.
I'm gonna actually, since the door is there, I'm gonna kind of stand up and gently push it open with my sword in one hand and shield in the other, ready, like prepared should an attack come out as I push it all the way open, like wide open in front of me, not stepping through the threshold, but now the door is open in front of me so I can see what else is in front.
You can see that there is a very nice set of stone steps that rise up to another door.
All right. There's no trap. Like I didn't see anything. Like I can't perceive anything, but everything looks fine to me.
Yeah, it's plain. It's just another set of stairs.
Okay. I'm going to walk up the stairs and listen at the next door.
Silence.
Why not?
This door is also ajar.
Okay. Having not heard anything, do I see any lights or anything coming through it? Like that's bringing light into the darkness? Okay. And just as before, I'm going to gently push it open with my sword and shield ready, not stepping over the threshold, but making sure I see what all is in the room before I even move.
You can see that there's a desk, 2 chairs, a wardrobe, all simple and Spartan in their design.
And I see no living beings in the room?
There's also another door on the opposite side of it.
More doors. I'm gonna investigate the room and see if there's anything interesting in the wardrobe.
Ooh, yeah, you don't even need to roll for it because you open the wardrobe and inside you find a couple of dark cloaks, as well as you're not quite sure what it is, a headdress perhaps. It looks like an elk skull, and fixed in the eye sockets are these bright, glittering red gems.
How heavy is this headdress?
That's a few pounds, but the antlers are just massive and wide.
Okay. Can I take my dagger and pry the gems out of the eye sockets?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna take the gems with me.
they're worth 10,000 gold, by the way, and that's canon now, right, Alex?
I'm straight.
Okay.
No, they're nice gems, but I'll let Alex determine how much they're worth.
Okay. I put the headdress back in the wardrobe and close it, and I look around the table. Is there any notes or books or pieces of paper anywhere?
There's a lot of paper on the desk, and as you're looking through, it looks like you're seeing the rough draft of a sermon. You see some things are scratched out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check here, or an insight.
Mm-hmm. This will be interesting because my perception really does suck, in my opinion. Oh, well, that's better than most. All right.
That's pretty great. As you're flipping through, you find a page that catches your eye. It's written in red ink, block letters, and it's all it says is newcomers ? Should I be worried?
Okay. So I'm actually going to decide to take the documents, and I put them in my bag, and then I decide that that's kind of enough investigating, and I turn back and I look at the wardrobe and I start thinking about those horns because I actually really liked them. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty cool. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna sling it over one shoulder, and I'm going to go back and I'm gonna close the door, leaving them just cracked as they were as I found them. And then
Perfect.
as I look down the long tunnel that continues to slope, I decide, that's probably good enough. And I start to head back up the entryway, carrying this giant horned head with me, with no eyes in it now.
Okay. Ildren and Yosara, you were able to find Bahatman. Bahatman.
So, Ildren, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Come here, really.
Yeah, I'll be right back here, Sarah.
Bahatman puts his arms around you and one arm around your hand and goes, I have something to admit. I know I am the Prince of Darkness, Shadow of the Night, and all these kind of things, but I really have lousy dark vision, and, well...
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's nothing to be ashamed about. You know?
No?
Like, they make goggles for that, I hear.
I never thought about that. Well...
Did you say you're like a prince or something?
Yeah.
You,
Alright, well, let's do this.
Goggles.
Tell you what, you can be my goggles, and he grabs you by the hair and starts facing you towards the cave.
Yeah.
Let's go! He starts walking in the direction of the cave. Just tell me before I run into something.
And hold
Tree!
Right as they're about to walk in, all of a sudden they see this like horn start to come out of the cave as I'm like
Oh my God.
the helmet through the cave entrance before I start crawling after it, and like it starts rising up.
Oh my God, it's the beach Audric was talking about!
Audric just
pull out my sword.
It's a planet Earth!
And I slowly kind of come out of the cave and I'm holding it up, and then I put it over my shoulder and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I see them standing there.
Oh!
Hey guys.
What?
Oh my
No,
God, it's
what's-
taking Soda's form! Kill it!
What's going on?
Hi.
What? I'm confused.
Who are you?
Bahatman goes, wait a minute, who's he?
Hang on. Audrey, we told you we had a friend that had horns too, right?
Oh, yeah, but
This
they
is
come.
our
They
friend-
come off.
Do my horns come off?
Yeah, Sana. Of course, your horns come off sometimes.
No. My horns never come off. Okay, now
Yes.
this, and
You
I
know.
hold the head out. I'm like, this is a hat. I'm like holding it and shaking the horns in front of his face. Like,
No, Sona, that's the blood of the
Ow.
north.
and
You
I'm
said
like,
zip it.
these are mine. They don't come off. You don't touch these. And I start like kind of protecting my head. Like, what is she talking about?
And then Bahat Man goes, "Wait a minute! I thought the Blight of the North was his dragon." And then he looks at Sana and goes, "You killed the dragon?"
God damn it.
No. Hang on.
Dragon? I'm
Calm
saying
down.
dragon.
Nobody killed a dragon. Sona,
Oh,
no one is gonna touch your horns.
Yeah,
We're
well,
just-
I'm gonna stab them if they try, so that's fair too.
Nobody is gonna touch your horns. We're just trying to explain to our friend that your horns can come off too. Right?
Yes. And Sana has like this really like, she's like drawing the syllable out because she kind of sees that Yusari's trying to tell her something, but she's really, really confused why they're talking about her horns.
See, Audric, we have a friend with horns too. We told you that. Hers come off though.
Uh-huh.
But that's the Blight of the North. Is it time?
It's
I-
not.
No,
I kept them safe, like you told me to.
Where did you-
Do you mind
Hey,
leading me to where they are? Because I had to retrieve some things and I lost my way.
That happens to me all the time. Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Give me 1 second. I need to talk to your new friend, Sarah, real quick, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you go stand over there. We'll be right there. What did you do?
We got information like we told you we were going to.
Uh-huh.
This guy has been working with whoever's taking the kids.
Yeah.
Because he's been told to do stuff by whoever's taking the kids. And he knows where they
Yeah,
He
okay.
shows-
Okay, so this right here, you see this big ass piece of, the horns are really nice. I'm thinking of taking the horns with me. I found that in a multiple robes, by the way. Oh, and look, you see these? And I fish out of my pocket. You see these reds? These were in the eyes. I plucked them out because I didn't think, I could sell them for something.
seeing
Anyways,
those rubies, Bahat Man goes up and goes, "I'll give you $10,000 a piece for those rubies."
and
Don't draw attention to us. What
Okay.
are you doing?
Sorry.
I immediately pocket the rubies and I'm just holding the horns and like the helmet like sideways so nobody really kind of notices what it is. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no. Found this and some cloaks and oh yeah, and I start reaching behind me and I pull out the papers and I'm like, oh, I found these here, read this. And I shove them right in Yosara's face.
I love the actual visual aid.
Yosara, the word that leaps out to you, or words on these documents is Frostmother.
So
I tell it like a sermon?
Oh yeah, certainly.
So
And
those were on the table in this room I found down in this hole. You see the hole behind me? The one that apparently I scared the crap out of Ildron when I came out of, which, Ildron, come on, man, really?
Yeah. Where did you find these?
Those were on the table in the room, and in the wardrobe was this and some black robes. I want to keep the horns. These are really badass looking horns.
The only
Okay.
thing is, I think they have a little association with some kind of creature in this town.
Well, you
or
just
some
made
sort
me tell some guy I could take my horns off. You do actually know that's biologically impossible, right?
We're trying
Maybe
to
from-
keep showing us stuff. Just
Okay,
play along.
okay, fine. I'll put it under my arm. He said he'd take us to wherever I told him, if you want me to play this part.
Ildren,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you knew what the Blood of the North is, and I think you were right.
You think,
Of the papers in Ildren's face. Sona
Yeah.
found these with the horns and the rubies. and it's the Frost Mother sermon.
Alright, so Kadri's running around with horns on his head, scaring the shit out of homeless people and possibly kidnapping children.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Who's doing what with this and scaring whom with by what?
We just talked to the temple leader. Seems like a really nice guy. Seems like it anyway. A little too nice. And then we met, our friend Audric over there. Seems like he only has one friend in this whole town.
Yeah, your friend seems to have a few nuts short of a barrel going on over there. Maybe some squirrels running around in the barrel.
Witness, but we've been getting some interesting information from him. Things that just sound like there's something more afoot going on with this priest.
Well, I will go ahead and let you know. I only went through the doors, and there's even one more door back there, but I felt once I found some evidence that it was better to come out and see what was going on out here. There's a whole nother pathway that leads further down. I don't know if he's going to take us there, or if he's got some other route, but I definitely think we should still kind of investigate that. Maybe not all of us, because it'd be a little odd if we suddenly went missing, but I mean, we can all go if y'all want.
Audric, is this where you meet up, or has the Blood of the North ever led you over here?
I've never been up here.
Where does the Blood of the North have you keep them safe, Audric? Can you take us there?
I could take you there, yeah. It's a good hiding spot.
Let's go there.
We go on a trip, an adventure?
Oh yeah, you know it.
I like you, Yosara and Yosara.
I'm sorry, wait, did he just call me your name?
We're best friends.
Oh, congratulations. It's always nice to have new friends. Lead the way. You know how lost we can all get sometimes.
You got it, Blood of the North.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all going with Audric then?
Yeah. Let's see where this goes.
And as we've walked, I've kind of debriefed Ildron with Bahatman's help of the encounter we had with the head of the guard, head of the militia, and the little bit of information we got around the prison being empty, but them trying to play it off as if there's a plague. And they shared theirs. So we just passed back and forth information that we've all heard over the last couple of turns.
We share everything that we heard at the temple with Kadri, and our kind of mutual feeling that he's scripted and rehearsing and hiding something.
Everybody's caught up now.
Mm-hmm.
So Audric takes you across the bridge back down and out of the city. He moves kind of, in a swaying zigzag. He gets easily distracted, and you as you're exiting the city, he says, I guess I gotta stop for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Play out of all drinking games. And he goes over to a statue and relieves himself. It's that same statue that you saw earlier, Bahatman. And they says, "Oops,
Bahatman remembers."
Sorry, it's not good. I should have done that. I apologize." And continues back toward the rest of you. Okay, we're good to go. This is dangerous out there, but we'll be good.
Yeah, who's that statue of Audric?
That's
Audric?
That's the old guy.
That's Dad. That's Papa.
Well, no, it's not my dad. Not my papa.
Well, Gaffney's Papa.
Yeah, you know what? You go Gaffney?
I just heard his name, ask who's in charge, that's what people say.
Yeah, this is Papa, but
Can you say
he
Yosara?
dies. But he's good. He's a good guy.
Yeah, what about his son? He a good guy?
Can you say Yosara?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Ildren, as you
How about
are
Ruby?
checking out this statue, you see the guy depicted here is very, very handsome. He has this nice tidy beard. can't tell any colors because it's all just stone. But there's like a little placard at the base of it with some sort of written information, and just looks very proud and regal.
Is the written information just basically like, how good of a ruler he was? Or is there something?
Yeah, essentially, and the savior of Frostmarch, the defeater of the Icebringer, last of the White Dragons, and so forth.
Gotcha. What a guy! Didn't know he'd be this handsome.
Yeah, there used to be dragons apparently.
Yeah.
Attack. I don't remember it, but I don't remember a lot of stuff.
That's true.
We ready?
Yeah. You guys ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He leads you out across the river, through the shanty town, and it's off to the away from the forest. And you can see eventually in the distance across this tundra are the remains of these just ancient-looking ships. And they seem out of place. They're just in the middle of the snow, nowhere near the water. But you have arrived at the Old Coast. And near one of the closest bits of wreckage, he ducks behind a little overhanging beam, and he brushes some snow away, and yes, not to be confused with the Gold Coast, and pulls up this small chain attached to a ring, and then as he lifts it up, you see there's this very small sort of like trapdoor, and inside are small shoes, stuffed animals, a couple of scarves, little wooden carved toys, and one thing that catches your eye, Bahatman, a little black mask, just enough to cover someone's eyebrows, but a mask you've seen plenty of times. It's the Mask of Robin. And also inside, you see one thing shining amongst this pile of children's trinkets. You see a bronze star from Atropia.
That looks familiar.
Well, at least we know where they've been, if they're not here now.
They're coming back, right? Blood and Earth? So you told me to keep them safe?
Did I tell you to keep the belongings safe or actual people?
I keep the presents safe for when they come back.
Did I give you any information on where I was taking them? Yeah.
But it's my job. I keep them safe here.
Hey, Audric.
Mhm.
Blood of the North asked you to keep them safe for when they come back. Did Blood of the North say who they are?
Instead of the children. So they're coming back.
I'm gonna say this very politely, and I'm gonna grab him by the collars and go, "When are they coming back?"
Yeah.
He starts crying at this like intense display. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad or
Okay,
angry.
hold on. Alright, I think we can piece together a bit of
I'm being
clues.
polite.
I think we can piece together a bit of clues from this. But hi, man, you just hold on. That's not the person you need to be shaking and asking that question to.
Pretty sure if I shook him harder, we'd get more information.
Not that one. That one's not a full bale of
In my
wood over there.
experience, the harder you shake, the more you get.
I'm gonna walk up and put my hand like over Hotman's and sort of slowly pry his hand off of Audric's collar and just like, "Hey, Audric, buddy, you did your job really well, and you showed your new friends where you kept stuff safe, and that was really nice of you, and we appreciate you a lot."
Bahatman reluctantly releases at Yosara's guidance and goes, "Alaric, You're on notice.
What? Thanks, Susar. Thanks for being good friends.
While this is happening, I want to start gather. How much stuff is in this compartment?
There's, yeah, you could easily gather it up and.
I want to gather all of it up.
Okay.
Sana's gonna step up next to his name's not Alaric. What's his name?
Audric.
And she's
I'm gonna pocket Robin's mask.
Place the helmet down just so it's just her and him, and she just kind of pats him on the shoulder. Hey, it's okay. You did what I asked, right?
That's exactly what you said. I come here and I take the gifts. I keep them safe.
Yeah. You did a very good job. So we're gonna take some of those gifts, but we're gonna leave you to guard the rest. Now, I need to ask you a question. Do you remember where I told you to meet me next?
You just find me, and you give me the gifts, and I tell them to go keep them safe.
I know, but I always find you in one particular area, don't I?
No, really.
Okay. If you're sure.
I'm not very sure of anything.
I can see that. Well, just remember, I'll be seeing you sooner than later.
Hey, boss.
Good. All right. Yosara?
One thing. Because you're going to guard these, right? You got to keep these safe. We're going to take a couple of them, and you're going to keep the rest safe. If you can do us a favor, come find us if you get any more gifts to keep safe. Okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Can I go now?
Yeah, you can. And here, and I give him 1 gold piece.
Okay.
Go practice the drinking game. So next time we hang out, we can both beat Yosara at it.
Okay. And he just starts wandering away. Bye, best friends.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Okay, you know he's like really stupid, right?
What the fuck? I'm calling you Yosara the whole time. Why wouldn't you correct me on that, Yosara?
Is Audric out of the way?
Yeah, Audric's gone.
Okay. Hi, man. I am Yosara. That is Ildred. That was a very drunk man who only had a little bit of information. We needed him to tell us that, okay?
You should have shook him harder. Well, we found some interesting things. He hands you a piece of paper. And he's like, "Oh, right. Keep this. I have an idea." And he hands you a tooth.
Okay.
Where did this? Who did? You know what? Maybe we shouldn't know. This is one of those, plausible deniability situations.
Oh, what? Where did we get that? Oh, from some guy's office.
Yes.
The tooth. Where'd you get the tooth?
Don't worry about it. He just punched
Just
a guy
outside
and
of his
fell
office.
off outside of his office.
Sana, did you rip someone's tooth out?
Oh no, that
She
was
sure did. He was all like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "I got your tooth." And then she pulled it out of his head, and he was like, "Oh my god, you pulled out my tooth." And then, well, he gave us a piece of paper.
No, that's not how that story went. You were so good at it, Bahat Man. I'm going to praise you for this because you gave a man a piece of paper. And as he tried to read it, because he really actually couldn't read, you punched him in the face straight through the piece of paper. And guess what came off in your knuckles? A tooth.
Hold on, wait. Bahatman assaulted somebody. That doesn't seem in character.
Oh, no, don't worry. They were all assaulting each other over and over again. They were a bunch of peacocks.
I think so you did go to the brothel.
No, they were
No,
town's
we
guard.
went to see the militia.
It's a long story. Bottom line is we
militia
have
knows how to
3
party,
avenues of approach now. We have 3 good ideas. 1, we go to the head of the town. We present him with the tooth and a note, and we tell him that you know who has escaped. And we give him some of these gifts that we've seen, and then we basically say that we are mercenaries to hunt them down. We see what he says. Option 2, I arrest 2 of you because we know there's something going on in the jail. There, we watch to see what happens to you. Fortunately, I believe as they're torturing you, we will be able to get information out of them. Option 3, we found some place with, well, they had beaks on, but Sana says it's something to do with medicine. I'm not really familiar, but,
that was the jail.
She says it's a thing.
That was the jail. That's the jail, darling.
That was the jail?
That's where the jail is. They're pretending like it's quarantined because nobody's actually in the jail because they think there's a plague and they're trying to make it look like there's a plague when there's nobody actually in the jail and there's no plague at all.
There's 2.5 options. Kick the shit out of the jail members and beat them until they give us more information, or until we collect enough teeth to present them to somebody who can buy the teeth. Option 2 is we go to the head of the town. I'm up for either.
I haven't asked this yet. What's your fascination with the teeth?
You don't know?
Not really.
Oh, God.
Robins don't have teeth.
You're Bahat man. You're not Robin.
Don't remind me.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
He's building dentures?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. What are we going to do?
I get that. Address the options, which I think there's a couple more options than you listed, Hotman.
I did stop paying attention whenever he said the teeth thing, but then I started listening again towards the middle, and there were some things in there that I feel like are of value.
Hang on, before we address the options. You gave us so much shit because we went information gathering in a brothel and y'all started a militia-wide brawl and stole a tooth?
No, you
From
see...
some-
He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "You're welcome."
Yeah, you know, you seem to be under the impression that I started any of that. No. Somebody decided to walk up and start talking to people, assuming that that was the leader. And then from there, to get us inside, started a, court-wide brawl. And we just walked past everybody and straight into his office.
Puts his other hand on your shoulder, Yasar, and goes, "Stick with me, kid. You just might learn something."
I grab his finger and bend it back towards his hand and say, "Don't touch me."
Oh,
Anyway.
don't give him shit. I was actually quite impressive. I mean, we were able to just walk in the office, no issues. I mean, we got some information, but damn, is that asshole greedy.
I cannot have a very good grasp on this town.
The militia leader?
Oh, yeah. That guy in charge of the militia, in charge of the army, keeping the peace, which, apparently nothing bad happens here, according to him. Yeah, he's a greedy son of a bitch.
Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you for paying him in the gold. You gave him, what, 50? And then he hands you $50,000.
Okay. And Sana just
It's
kind of...
in a wad of paper. It's completely worthless.
Yeah, just kind of puts that paper in the ground and then kicks it behind her without him seeing and, covers it with snow.
He's not looking for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Sana, this place that you found the mask.
Yeah.
You said there was another passage. Did it go the same direction as the room you found the mask in, or did it go the other way?
It was a fork. So this whole thing was inspired by the fact that Bahatman over here saw these really glowing red eyes over in this shadowed corner across the way, and so he was very interested, and I was too, so we went to investigate before we were going to go find you, and I was able to find this entrance via secret latch, and I tried to get Bahatman to go in there, but he just, I don't know what's going on with them. And so I followed it all the way to this fork, and one path was continuing onward, leaning a little bit downward in a slope, and the other one had this door, and I checked each door and listened to try and see if there was anything there, and came upon this room with a wardrobe and some Spartan beds and a table or two, and that's where I found the helmet and those robes that I mentioned and the paperwork. There was another door there, which I'm assuming is how somebody else could get up from somewhere, but I decided not to follow it after I found that little catch of information, and just came on back because I know eventually you guys would probably be looking for us. So
we should go back. I just needed my goggles, and he pats Ildren on the back.
Okay.
So the path kept going past the door that you found the mask in?
Yeah. That one was a door that led up some stone steps. There was a door. There was the room. There's another door across the way. But you know, I didn't go in that door.
And Sana, the path that you had started going down before you forked, it seemed to generally be following like the trajectory of the mountain, just kind of heading down the city.
Okay, you guys follow me on this. I want a Blight Skull too. Just saying.
You can't have mine.
I know. Let's go find another one.
If the path was going past where you found the mask, it'd be going out of the city, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, I mean, it was following the trajectory of the mountain, so, I mean, I didn't want to follow it because I knew Bahatman was still up in the city, and I didn't want to just walk through the whole entire area and leave him behind. I mean, it may be annoying sometimes.
Let's see what you found. Let's go, Ysara. Come on, Goggles.
So, hang on, like,
Goggles.
the only thing out of the city, other than the stumps, is that house over there. I, like, point across the ice to 11.
You see a little cabin in the distance.
Maybe that's connected to the path you found in the mountain?
I couldn't tell you for sure. But I mean, if we want to go over and take a look at it, the only problem is crossing the river.
It is mighty cold.
Go through the mountain. Through the mountain. Come on. Darkness is our ally.
Is the river frozen or is it just cold?
You would have noticed as you were on the bridge that there are many parts of it that are frozen, and so there's a chance that at least part of it is over there.
Okay, do y'all want to try and go across a frozen river, or do you want to go back through the mountain passage thing?
I mean,
Cave.
I'm fine either way. I mean, I'll make it across, okay? I'll just misty step across.
We should maybe hide that. I have to point at the giant helmet thing.
Why? I like it. I'm gonna keep it.
It's just
Could we?
this. I mean, I'm not saying don't
Alright,
keep it.
hold on, just give me a second. Let me break the horns off. Hold on 1 second. And I start to grab it and start like stomping on it, trying to break one of the horns off to put in my bag. Just like trying to like rip it off because I really want it. What?
Break it. We could maybe use it as disguise. Soon.
It's a little
break-
smushed now.
A hot man just goes, "Aww."
I want the horns. Don't awe me. But you want me?
Let's go, Goggles. Let's go into the mountain.
I'm not saying get rid of it, Sona. I'm just saying hide it so that we're not walking around with something incredibly identifiable.
Okay. So you want me to just put it over here with the other stuff?
Or maybe in the forest.
I'm not going to go all the way over to the forest to drop this in a tree. Well,
Maybe
I'll just put it over here at this other boat, and I start walking towards one of the boats that's next to us.
Sana, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check. Actually, I guess perception, because you're not like investigating anything, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just walking over. Oh, worst one. Yep. I got nothing.
Yeah, you
for
you find another boat to to put this
It's
near.
just the one, sticking up that's got a hole in it, and I kind of gently put it in there and make sure it's kind of out of the way so you don't see it immediately.
Perfect. Mission accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to the cave, right? Or are we going to the little hut?
Well, I mean, how
I'm
good are you with
concerned
water?
about going in. How are you? How good are you with water?
I can practically fly.
Awesome, let's go over to the water.
I can
Okay, hut it is.
Okay.
Children, are you okay with water?
My only concern is that maybe we should rest a little bit before we go diving in it. I think the hut will be safe enough, but I'm concerned about this cave. But
So maybe we go rest with our, I don't know, one of our friends that we made in the slums or something. Maybe we go find an inn, go stay at.
Wait, you guys want to rest? What are you feeling?
Resting's a
jet lag?
crutch. Let's go.
Crutch.
I mean, if you
Well-
want to rest, then we need to use the cave entrance because there's no reason for us to try and cross the water.
I just mean in case there's something mean in this cave. There's a lot of trolls and shit out here that could surprise us. And I'm just kind of low on spell slots as well. But I can keep going if you guys feel like you have enough to put
What
up
have you
with a
been
possible
casting
fight.
spells on?
I'm not entirely sure. I remember doing a few subterfuge things, maybe some unnecessary stuff during the arm wrestling.
Did you
Oh.
ever recover spell slots before we started the Find Cael adventure? Because
I
like
think
when we
so.
were
We should
Yeah,
have been like fully healed.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure, he did. It's hard to remember because it was a month ago.
because you've only really I think you've
Yeah.
only cast like a couple of spells.
Yeah, for some reason I don't even have any 4th levels, but that if we got a long rest before we showed up, I don't think that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
you should have your 4th levels.
Okay.
I
Right,
think
it's
you're
Alex.
Maybe I'm totally mistaken.
spell
Then.
slots just
Ignore
didn't
what
get
I
reset.
Alex,
said.
maybe just give him a long rest. and we'll
I got it.
Thank
I got it.
Well, I will. I know that I at least cast invisibility last time because I do remember that.
You should be fine. I just
And I think
went ahead and
I think it was
rebalanced
just cantrips beyond that. So yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
To the
Whatever,
water
then.
we go. March
Huzzah.
on, Bahat man.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
As you get to the water, you can see across the way is this small hut. There is like from the chimney some steam rising or smoke rising. There's a light on inside. You can't see anybody, but as you look at the water, it is in parts. It looks like it is frozen, or perhaps the entirety of it, but it doesn't look very thick. The ice that is there.
Okay, guys, this one time this guy I know, his name's Scarecrow, he was making people walk across the water, but don't worry, I got this. I was able to run across and not hit any of the thin parts. Follow me, and I'm gonna run across and attempt to not hit any of the thin parts and nimbly bimbly jump across like a cat/bat flying across water.
Oh, Jesus.
So I want you to do 2 rolls. First, do
Okay.
an athletics or an acrobatics roll,
Okay?
and then secondly, just a straight up D20 luck check.
Okay?
We'll take 10 or higher, and you're good. Okay. Yeah. You just
Batman across that shit.
it's so smooth.
The way I see it, Batman's real superpower is luck.
Yeah, and just skate right across it, no problem.
Always
And
mind
the
your
ice
surroundings.
stings beneath your feet.
Sana's gonna literally just step up and cast Misty Step.
I'm gonna
right
land in
across the gap.
superhero pose.
She's gonna cast
Yes,
Misty Step straight across the gap, and then she's gonna
you mind his gap.
just land right next to him and look down at him as he's superposing. He's like, "All right, let's keep going."
How wide is the river?
We'll say for the sake of convenience, 30 feet.
Well, we can make this easy or make it fun.
You feel like wasting some energy on making this really easy?
I could, but I kind of want to make it fun.
You hear a whisper on the night, seemingly said by no one. Can you do better than that?
Okay, we have to do it. We have to do it. Come on.
We can try fun, but if it goes really poorly, I'm gonna make it easy.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Fair.
Are you going at the same time?
Fuck
No.
yeah. Let's land on the exact same spots in the exact same order. Really just
Crash
throw our
into
weight
the water.
together.
Boom.
Okay, whoever's going first, roll acrobatics
As-
and luck.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna tie a piece of my 50-foot rope around one of my batarangs and just go, "Don't worry, guys. This is for amateurs. I got you."
Oh Jesus! Is that gonna like impale us? Is that a dart? What does he have in his hand that I can barely see?
And
All right,
Sana
let's-
yells across like, "It's pointy and sharp. It will stab you if it lands inside of your area."
At least we have motivation now.
Out your area.
More motivation.
Recite your areas. You never know.
Just take
Ladies
off.
first.
Okay. And see if the ice holds. Yeah, you are not quite as quick as Bahatman, taking your time, making sure your placements are safe. But yeah, you got across no problem.
All right. Good job, Yusra.
Oh my god.
And as soon as I say that, I hear a splash, and I immediately whip around. I'm like,
Do I need to roll my luck?
Throw the thing, Bahatman, throw the thing.
Roll the luck check still, just to see how badly.
Maybe
this is gonna
a
go.
20 will offset it. Not really.
Okay,
but-
so you instantly, your first step, you just, the whole, like, the space around you gives way, you plummet, and the water sweeps you underneath this ice. Ildren disappears.
Bahatman whips the batarang where he thinks he was, and... Do I just hear a splash? Like...
Are you? Yeah, you. So are you? You're throwing it where he last was, or where you think he is underneath the river?
I mean, again, I do not have dark vision, but where he was.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you hear. Yeah, you throw pretty far. So.
Oh, I not won my throw anyway, so I'm pretty sure.
God.
I'm pretty sure I threw it into the ice 5 feet in front of me.
You absolutely, but it sounds like you made quite a distance.
I got him, and then I go to yank. Oh man, he's really fighting. It's just stuck in the ice 3 feet in front of me. I don't know.
He weighs as much as a marlin.
Sana
if not
kind
more.
of literally steps up and then yanks, and he falls slightly backwards. And I'm like, yeah, let's just see if we can actually get Eldron out of the water. And she starts walking down the river trying to find his body.
Ildren, what do you do as you are like quickly traveling down this
I figured
river?
this would be a possibility. Maybe not this soon out the gate, but I've been running through ice rivers before. From where I'm from, I'm hopefully had a bit of air in my lungs as I went under the water. Would it be possible for me to cast a Misty Step and try to shoot myself to the other side?
Yes, because it's very thin ice, you can still see, so you're able to do that. But I still want you to make a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Gotcha.
Because this is very, very cold.
Oh
water.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, you're going to take
Wow.
14 points of cold damage,
Oh, 14.
but you make it across.
Oh,
And are
okay.
very, very wet.
As I yank the batarang out and his Misty Step completes right next to me, I just
got
look
him.
right next to...
Whoa, yeah. That's fresh out there.
And Sana walks over and just takes off her gloves and starts like holding out her hands like, come here, come on.
Yeah. Why you're all metal? Jesus.
No, and I hold out my hands. I'm like, Karen, just give me your hands.
Okay.
Because I run hot.
That's helping. I
mean,
can't feel anything anymore.
I'm a tiefling. I
You are
run hot.
very, very cold, Ildren. And you know, being a learned man,
This is
if you don't do something, it's going to get bad.
feeling bad real quick.
There's prestidigitation.
God, if only I had prestidigitation. Why don't I have it?
You're the
I
worst
don't know.
wizard.
I know, I'm just a terrible wizard. Well, I'm gonna start
This is
stripping
great.
down and get naked.
Okay.
Because my clothes are wet.
I'm gonna walk away and say, you could just get inside the house. It looks like it's got a fire.
Yeah, well, I mean, either way. This'll help.
I'll give Ildren the cloak of Elvenkind that I have to give him something dry to wear.
Oh, that's
Right.
yeah.
You feel a little bit better, but
I'm
the
not wearing
wind
armor, so it should
is
be
still
pretty quick to
whipping.
take off my clothes.
Oh yeah. And Ildren, you're experienced in that area.
I look
Yeah.
dead at his private parts, snap my fingers, and a sensor bar appears as I cast Minor Illusion.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, thank you. My modesty is
Uh,
preserved.
What's the size that you can do for Minor Illusion? Is that 5 feet?
It's 5 feet. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure I've
you're-
got Ildren
you're good.
covered.
Okay,
Oh,
Ildren, you
wow.
are
Oh,
Not-
wow.
Not an immediate threat of hypothermia, but you should probably get dry.
Yeah. As soon as I derobe and I have that cloak around me from Yosara, I'm going to be running towards that hut. Does it look like there's light coming from it?
Oh yes, there's plenty
Awesome.
of light coming from inside. You see that the chimney is smoking. Bad habit.
Come on, let's go.
Are there any windows? Describe for me anything I could see from the outside as far as ingress goes.
It is entirely you can't. It's hard to see inside because everything is just really like steamed up. The windows. You can tell that there's lights. You see that there's a door at the facing the river. As you circle around, there's also a back door that leads to the mountains.
I'm a backdoor kind of guy. And then I'm going to see if I can get in the back door.
Yeah, it's not locked. You open it up.
I'm going to open it quietly, and I'd like to get inside as smoothly as possible, even though I know it would add a rush of cold air. But I want to try to ninja my way around as much as possible, being as stealthy as possible.
Yeah, go ahead and do a stealth check.
As somebody has decided
Disadvantage
to go to the
or
back
normal?
door.
I'll let you do it normally.
Yep.
And someone has decided to go to the back door. I literally walk up the front. I actually
24.
don't even knock. I just open the front door and start walking in.
As both doors open simultaneously, you create this wind tunnel, and unfortunately, you are not noticed, Bahatman, but certainly, Sana, as you open this door.
And as I open it, I drag Ildron in and kind of throw him in the direction of the fire. Not even caring who's in there, just throwing him at the fire, basically trying to throw him in, basically to get him warm.
My feet are numb against the snow, so I just kind of stumble and go do a little roll towards the fire.
It is instantly painful. This room is tremendously warm. It is like sticking your cold hands under a hot faucet, and you're also hit with this very perfumed, heady, just gust of air. It smells like he's got something burning in here. You get a clear view of this room, and it's just packed with all manner of trinkets and odds and ends. There are cages all over the place with birds squawking at this recent arrival of individuals. From the rafters hang all manner of herbs and crystals. It is just jam-packed, and near the fire is a man. He is simply dressed in a gray tunic. He looks at the shivering man that has been tossed onto his hearth, and Ildren, you see that he has just these piercing, beautiful blue eyes. Impossibly blue, as blue as this frigid water that you were just submerged in.
Can I roll a history check to see if he's a Fremen? Kidding. Dune fans? No, nothing. Never mind.
It's a little too cold for them.
No, never mind.
It would definitely be water fat here.
Oh, God, I'm showing my age.
You missed the mark on that one. Not everybody knows. Jim.
Yep. Sorry.
Great story though. Love it. So as I do that, I stand aside to let Yosara in, and then I shut the door behind her, and I just kind of hi. Sorry to just barge in here. Our friend here kind of stumbled into some water. He's a little cold. And you seem to have the only warm building around, so if you don't mind, he's going to try and get a bit warm. Sorry for the trouble.
I'm just balled up on the
Most
ground next to the
people
fire.
knock.
Yeah, I know. It's just he looked like he was about to pass out, and it was easier just to kind of toss him in before. So my apologies for the rudeness. We would have normally not, but just needed to get him in the warmth.
No,
My
wait
home
over
is
my
your
shoulder.
home.
Apologies.
Oh, thank you. My name is Sana. May I have the pleasure of your name, sir?
People call me Culver.
Culver.
Cool.
Yes.
You got a lot of birds and some interesting supplies here, Culver. Do you mind if I ask what your profession is?
Oh, I assumed you knew if you came visiting. I'm an augur.
Act
You've
like
come
I'm
from
a
an
child.
auspice, no?
act like I'm a child and I've never heard the word of it. Keep explaining, please.
It's there.
He looks you up and down, and he like leans close to you, Ildrin. What's that?
Don't you like tell people's fortunes?
You can think of it that way. I am marked by the future. There is something about you that is a little different as well. I'm not sure what it is, but unless I'm
You're
very
probably getting the readings from me, and Bahatman comes in the back door.
Oh,
Sorry. Were you feeling weird vibes? Because that's usually my field.
I'm feeling them now.
Yeah, darker, a little bit more mysterious, beyond that of the mortals.
No, rather patent.
I want to get rid of him, Yosara. I want to toss him in the
Just,
river.
you'll have to
I wanna
leave the
get rid
room.
of
I
him.
think they're getting your vibes.
I want to toss him in the river and get rid of him, Yosara. I really think that would be the best option right now.
I'd like to get all of our futures. How much? I'll give you $5,000. And he puts down $5,000.
Oh, I have no use for currency.
I completely understand. Here's 10,000.
Or material possessions, for that matter. If you require my services, then I do require payments, but you'll have to be more creative.
Bahatman.
You alright? He begins folding one of the dollar bills into a paper crane.
Okay, you're creating this this little bit of origami. This is interesting. It's nice, but like I said, I don't care for the material.
Ugh, fine. What are you dealing? Because I got teeth, and I hold out one tooth.
Offer something valuable. Truly
Yeah.
valuable.
Bahatman, stop talking to him right now. Stop.
What kind of value? Are you talking like sentimental or like information or like something darker?
Hey, Bahatman,
L-
you need to hold up and slow your roll.
Okay.
He's speaking my language. We're negotiating here. You see, negotiations are about money. This is what I'm good at.
Yeah, not
What are
really.
you dealing?
There is no template to follow. You will know if what you offer is valuable.
Hmm.
Okay, we're not
Hey,
doing this
offer
again.
him one of your $10,000 gems. See what he says.
Remember, I
No.
care not for the material.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving him anything because I don't really want him to read my future. I just wanted to know if he had a door in his basement.
I'm sure he
Don't-
does, but here's the thing. He's got
Don't
the
have a
future
basement.
here. This could be very valuable.
You got a trap door?
I don't have any need for a basement. It's rather cold.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
11.
Seems on the level.
Bahatman is obsessed with this guy. This is a human being who can tell the future. The value of this is insane. Bahatman wants to know what he really is dealing in. Okay, so not material, so you're not taking my teeth. What about one of these $10,000 gems?
That is a physical thing. I care not
Mm.
for. Try again.
What about a something valuable to you, like a memory of Robin?
I gotta give a memory? Here's Robin's cloak and Robin's mask. They're sentimental in value. Does that increase the value of the material? My head hurts.
You take 100 psychic damage.
His brain
Batman's dead.
explodes.
Alright, see you guys next week.
Awesome.
How long have you been serving the village of Frostmarch with your predictions and your skills?
I discovered my abilities at a young age. I've faithfully served this community for 3 decades.
So you served the previous ruler before he passed,
I did.
the Dragon Slayer, right?
I was one of the last people to see him before he left.
Can you tell us a little bit about him and his sons, if you don't mind?
What is it you wish to know?
Just the relationship of the family.
I am not a gossip monger. It has no interest to me. But if you have a
That's good.
question, something that
Only truth.
you wish guidance, and that is ultimately what I do. I cannot tell you what will happen.
You know, you
if
remind me of someone.
This or what. But
Someone I didn't like.
the bones never lie.
Oh, yeah. You definitely remind me of someone I didn't like. At all.
That is unfortunate.
I should say he reminds me of Cael, but
Oh, no. He
Bahatman
doesn't
goes,
remind me of Cael. He
I have a
reminds me of
theory that you
Solace.
deal in riddles. I will offer you one in exchange for an answer to one of our questions. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could Chuck Norris?
That doesn't. What is that? I'm very confused. What is a woodchuck Norris?
And how much was that worth to you?
It was worth a bit of confusion. I don't believe that was valuable to you.
You're welcome. Okay, riddles is out.
We
you'll
know
start
we won't.
go out the back of the cabin and start looking along the side of the mountain to see if there's any sort of path or track leading up to it.
What about knowledge? Knowledge of something that could be interesting and or embarrassing.
Knowledge is.
He's gonna follow after
Wonderful.
you, Sora, with a heavy sigh and just walks right out the back and starts helping her investigate the mountainside to see what she can find.
Okay, we'll get to the two of you in just a second. Is anybody... Ildren, you're still shivering. I'm feeling
Yeah.
much
I'm assuming
warmer now.
Ildren's staying in here because it's warm.
I'm staying here for a little bit.
Bahatman's gonna stop for a second and grab Ildren and pull him around his shoulder and go, okay, Goggles. And say very quietly, here's my thing. We know that there's a member of town, a seemingly drunkard, who's holding the gifts of the children. That could be embarrassing for someone. How do we use this?
How do we use this? Well, God, that's difficult to say because I'm kind of standing here naked in a hut far from town.
Put on some pants! I yell through the back door.
Oh, sorry. Refocusing.
They're frozen.
Center bar. Cantrip.
Wait, you cantripped me?
Yeah, center bar.
Since Fortunately, that doesn't do anything for my warmth.
Yeah, no, it still feels cold as shit, but...
Well, we need to keep an eye on Kadri, and I need to make it back for his little ceremony tonight. I feel like that might be important. But didn't you say something about the captain, like making joke, or at least seemingly making a joke about wishes?
Yeah, he knows more than he knows. He knows there's something going on inside of the jail. Or the people in the jail are not in jail anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really know. He was cryptic.
I turned back
love
to
cryptic.
I
Turning
turned back
around.
to Cole.
Did you hear everything I said or just the word cryptic?
It's kind of like when you hear your name in a crowd, your ears perk up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Super invested in this conversation. Bahatman sits down. Okay, so, like, what are the limits of your power? If I give you an object, could you trace its location to the actual user? Or, like, do you only speak in, like, riddles because I hate riddles?
I merely report what the bones say.
We're
And that is
bound.
That is up to you to interpret.
Ugh. Okay,
done.
I got 2 pieces of information I could trade.
I'm listening.
Goggles, it's up to you. Do we trade it or not?
I'm not sure. You know what? Yeah, let's go. No, let's not trade this. This sounds like a mistake. But
Sana and
Goggles,
Yosar
I
are
don't
not
think
yeah,
it's
there.
going to be valuable
Mistake.
to either him or.
You had me a mistake. So, here's the deal. We know the captain of the guards knows for sure the people in the prison aren't in the prison anymore, and they weren't on a ship. They weren't transferred out. Something happened to them. I'd like to know what.
That is knowledge around this town, which is very valuable. Knowledge that is valuable to them and to our quest and why we're all here.
So what you offer is a question?
Indeed.
Roll a persuasion check.
12.
Knowledge is certainly valuable, and questions are at the heart of acquiring it. Fine. I concede. I shall perform a reading. But only because I enjoy your enthusiasm.
Goggles, he likes you.
I think he was talking about you, buddy.
Also, it
You're
looks
welcome.
like you need a win. And he nods at Ildren. He stands up, he goes over to one of the bird cages and he grabs a squawking magpie.
Oh, no.
And he just kind of like nods at it and snaps its neck.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe that's gonna happen.
begins like cutting into it and pulling out a handful of the bird's bones. He rinses them in a little basin of water and puts them in a small bowl, shakes them up, and plants them down on the ground next to the fire. He sprinkles a bit of the bird's blood into the flames, and they rise up for a moment, crackling. The aroma in the room changes. It's not bad. It's just different. And his eyes kind of go pale white, and he begins speaking in a voice that doesn't sound anything like what he's said so far. He says, and I'll put this in the chat, don't worry. Sift and separate truth from fiction and lie from fact. Punish the child for the sins of the parents. What is lost can be found, and what is dead need not always be. Look and listen for the midnight owl. Follow her, and you shall find the star you seek. The flame dies down a little bit, returns to what it was, and then his eyes return. He kind of shakes his head. I hope that was informative.
Only
Do you
time
have
will
any
tell.
robins? I would like to buy them all.
Oh god.
Robin, you say? Sure. He goes to a cage off in the corner. Says, now this is a very rare bird. Very rare. What will you do with it?
Set it free. I don't want it to become that. I'll give you $200,000 for it.
You will set it free to die in the snow?
No, not in the snow. I'll keep it with me.
Okay.
Free.
No.
Ugh. He puts his hand on the cage. Robin. Well, in any case, I have another piece of juicy information.
Yes.
I mean, not quite as juicy as the inside of that bird, but it's close.
But I think
Okay.
we already got our reading. Do we get 2 readings?
If I gave you a piece of juicy information, could we get a second reading?
Probably won't be as good as the first.
Challenge accepted. Inside of the town, there is a seemingly vagrant, named Alaric. This person is... Yes, I said that. Adric. So this Alaric fellow, he has been assisting with the snatching of children, and he's taking their presents. It seems to be their discarded toys, trinkets, and anything left over from the snatching process. My point is, he knows something. Whether or not he knows what he knows, I don't know, but he knows that he knows. We know that he knows.
And I'm sure that he knows that you know that he knows that he doesn't really know anything.
Indeed, but somebody knows that he knows that we know, which means that you now know that we know that he knows. So I believe we should know something out of this, you know?
I don't follow.
Okay, so, and then I'm going to pull out one of my batarangs and begin drawing on the table, like, directly in the table, and draw a circle and put with a frowny face for Alaric.
Oh, okay.
And then draw a little tiny one, children, and then some sort of like a skull and crossbones, circle all the children, children, and then an arrow pointing to Alaric.
Pulling him back away.
I got this.
You know, I think he understands the logistics. There's no reason.
My point is, this guy Alaric knows that someone is taking children, but he doesn't know who. He calls it the Bite of the North. The point is, he's involved.
Does that get us anything?
Sure. I'm feeling generous.
Murder the bird and tell me what it's got to say!
And he goes over to the robin, he takes it out of the cage.
No, not that one! I said,
and, as if to spite you, kills the robin and repeats this ritual. This time, however, the flames go just jet black. And all he says in this voice that is not his own is, "It is near! It is near at this very moment, and we are all doomed."
That's really awful. I wish we hadn't have gotten that last thing. We had to see the robin die, and then we just get this awful message about the end of times. Boy!
I blame you, Goggles!
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here! I kick him in the ass as he just like throw him out of the fucking cabin.
The hot man stands up and goes, "I give you my lowest rate, $1,000. Keep the change," and walks out.
He throws it in the fire. And you leave this man behind. Sana and Yosara, the two of you are investigating over here, looking for a trail. It's not hard to find what looks like clearly hit this man's path into the mountains. You gathered that he must do a lot of foraging for the herbs and so forth that he had. But go ahead and do investigation checks. Yeah. Sana, you kind of know what to be on the lookout for, as you've already found one hidden passage. It takes you some searching, maybe about 10 minutes or so of it, but you, in wandering closer to the city wall, you find another just seemingly out of place little bit of rock. And as you depress it, an opening appears in the side of the mountain, and there is another set of stairs. And as you open this doorway, you hear very soft little bit of crying in a very small voice.
Okay, now it's getting interesting. I'm gonna call out to Yosara after I've opened it, but what has she seen, I guess?
Yosara, you saw you kind of along the same track. You saw Sana going about her business, and as she moves closer to the city, you look off in back, kind of away towards where you just came with Audric, and you see among the ships that there is someone or something moving. And you can't be certain, but it certainly looks a whole lot like they're wearing that headdress that Sana found earlier. At least they've got big old antlers.
Good to know. All right. I'm just gonna kind of whistle towards like Ildren and Bahatman to get their attention and go start sort of following Sona up towards this hole in the mountain.
Okay.
Do we hear him? Can we
Are
follow?
the stairs leading up or
absolutely.
down?
Down.
Okay, perfect.
How dark is it?
It's dark. Pitch black.
You can't see.
I'm gonna grab the back of Ildren's hair and use them as goggles.
Okay, this is really gonna cut down on my peripherals.
Here, you could just hold his shoulder, Bahatman. You don't gotta like steer him.
I think
as
Bahatman
you
has
are
a thing
going-
for grabbing hair.
He's got his kink, It's
Yeah.
not the first time it's happened.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head down. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
As you descend the stairs, you can hear this crying growing louder, the sniffling, and when the stairs level out, you are in a passageway that looks very similar to the one that you were in earlier, Sana, and you can see about maybe 30 feet ahead of you, on either side of this passageway, are iron bars. And
Really?
as you're walking, the crying stops, and you hear a small voice say, "No, please, please, not me. Please don't."
I'm gonna turn to the voice and try and look through the bars to see who is saying that.
You move forward, and you see first one and then another empty, small cells, just roughly carved into this wall. Inside are these little flat bedrolls, and it's not until you get to the last one that you find the source of the voice. Is a small boy, maybe 5 years old, with just rags about him and tears streaking down his face. And as he looks up at you, you recognize the boy from the missing posters. This is Rafe.
I'm
And
gonna
he begs you again,
immediately.
"Please don't take me!"
I'm gonna
Is there-
immediately. Sorry, go ahead, Yosar.
Is there a lock on the cage?
Yes, there is.
Can I walk up and try to unlock it?
Yeah, you have thieves' tools, I presume, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, go ahead and do a check.
As Yosara
Using
starts
your
to work
deck
on the
of
lock,
proficiency.
I'm gonna crouch down, kind of where I'm more eye level with Rafe, and I'm gonna go, Rafe, I'm not here to take you to wherever the others have gone. I'm actually here to take you back to your mom.
You're gonna take me to my mom?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm for real. I just want to ask you a couple of questions as we get out of here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just give us a second. We're gonna get the cage open and we're gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dry those tears. We're gonna get you home.
Rafe,
And
who else is
Yosara-
here?
Sorry, what's that, Eldrin?
I want to lean down and ask Wraith who else is here.
I think it's just me. I'm the only one left.
Did he come and take the others? Big horns, big antlers, and I kind of pretend to have antlers like this.
I just imagine you doing this on the outside of your already terrifying horns.
And then I kind of look at him like, well, if it wasn't a guy with big antlers, who came, Rafe? Who came to take him away? Who took the others?
Yes. It was the man in the robe.
Really? Did you recognize him at all?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me who he was?
I don't know his name, but he likes candles.
Candles.
He brings us candles and food sometimes.
Rafe, was the priest?
Maybe, I don't know what that means.
I describe what Kadri looks like and ask him, does he look like Kadri? Physical description? Yeah, that's what I thought. We need to go to that ceremony.
But I get to go home?
Yes, Rafe.
Yeah, you get to go home.
I'm gonna take you back to your mom. But here's the
Well,
thing.
it depends. Does a 19 unlock the lock? Otherwise, you're screwed, sorry, kid.
Absolutely.
You got lucky. You got lucky.
And as Yosara pops the lock open, I'm gonna slide in and kind of motion to him to come on. I'm gonna carry him out of here.
Hang
If he
on.
wants me to.
Rafe, we're gonna help you get back to your mom, but we need you to stay hidden for a little bit, okay? Because the man that took the others is gonna be in the slums tonight, and if he sees you, he'll know you escaped.
Hang on a second here. I have a really important question. We should take this kid up to the guy upstairs. I just want to see if the kid recognizes him.
No,
No.
we're not doing
Oh
that.
no, it's okay.
No. And so,
No, it's fine. And
No.
the hot man starts making a fist. I just gotta know. This is for the Robin.
no.
The hot
and
man's
I-
gonna walk up the stairs and very politely ask, "Do you recognize this kid? Are you guys keeping the kid from the hot man?"
No, I am keeping it because he's in my arms already, and you can't take him from
All
me.
right. The hot man's gonna walk upstairs and go to the guy and then cast whatever spell that is, minor illusion, and create a picture of the kid and go, "Do you recognize this kid?" To the prophet, whatever he is upstairs.
Looks like a child.
Do you recognize him? And then I'd like to insight to see if he recognizes him.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
With a 17, do I
Yeah, he's-
believe him?
You believe him. He seems very confused by this. And why
Thank
you're
you
showing
for-
him this illusion of a child.
Thank you for your time. I very politely walk out, seething, because I was gonna 100% attack him. There was no
Yusara-
holding back if I thought for a second that he recognized the kid. He killed
Yusara
a fucking
Ildron.
Robin.
Do you guys have a cloak I could borrow or an extra piece of clothing?
I'm
No,
like,
I don't have a
freezing.
cloak, but I got a
Steel
cape.
cloak.
Do you mind if I borrow the cape to cover Rafe up? I'm gonna take him back to his mom.
Sona,
Rafe, you are now the coolest kid in the fucking world. I give him my cape. That's AC -1, I believe.
Well, if we give him over right now, we could let the alarms go.
Mom right now.
No, I'm not taking him right now, but I'm gonna take him back to his mom.
Yes, just give it a minute. We still have to go find everybody, right?
But there's nobody else probably. I mean, yes, we can continue on this pathway, but if what he's saying is true, all the other kids, the ones that have been taken, are gone.
Gone somewhere, and the person doing it is still out there. We have to find him. So we need Rafe to stay hidden so he doesn't know that we're close.
Well, I'm not leaving him in this cell.
I'm not asking you to imagine. Let me give you another plan.
You're not explaining the plan. Like, do you want me to keep him with me the whole time while we start, like, searching this cave? Or do you want me to stay here with him in this area?
There are other options.
What
Rafe,
options? Talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking.
Rafe, we need you to stay hidden, okay? We need
Okay.
you so we can find the person doing this and stop them.
Okay.
What I want you to do is we're going to give you this cloak from this nice man here so you can look different than you do right now.
Okay.
There's a very nice but odd man upstairs in a hut that'll be warm and dry, and no one is going to find you there.
Okay.
You want to leave him with that that thing up there?
The fortune teller that has very little, if anything, to do with this?
Pretty insightful, and I can tell if someone is lying. And here's the thing. Boy belongs with his mother. Plus, he's got a +1 AC and a +20 cool, so, like, his mother should see him like this. I think we should give it back to its mother.
Maybe we can bring him back to the mother and have her hide in the tent with him on the outskirts of town.
But
say,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I've been thinking about this and using all my brain power. His mother should continue making those signs and getting really, really obnoxious.
Wait, no, Yusara's right. As frustrating as we need him to not be here, but be out of the equation in a safe location. I'll be back.
Is it too close? It's literally 15 feet!
And I turn and I take the kid exactly where Yosara said, and I walk up to the old man, and I look him in the eye. I said, "You offered us your home to get warm.
I did.
Can you please look after this child and keep him safe and not let others see him should they come to ask for a reading from you?"
Yes, did you steal this child? I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up.
It's okay, I understand. This child was actually stolen. We just found him, and I know who his mother is, and I want to take him back, but the problem is I don't know where the person who took him is, and until I can get them apprehended, I need him somewhere safe, not inside the mountain, and with someone that's not a part of this. And you have been very honest and do not seem to be messed up in all of this craziness of kidnapping children. So I seek your assistance in protecting this child.
I see no reason not to.
Bahamut grabs a bird out of one of the cages and breaks it in half and goes, "If this kid is not here when we come back, this is you. Read the bones!" And walks out.
I'm gonna have covered Rafe's eyes and just like,
Oh
just,
no!
I gently say, "Rafe, this man is a fortune teller. What was your name again?"
Culver.
Culver. This is Rafe. Rafe, this is Culver. Please hide him should anyone else besides us come looking for him. Or come to see you, please.
People don't come here often.
Good. That's a good thing. That's why I'm asking for your help. And don't worry, I'm not gonna let him try and break your neck. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, anyways.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I walk out the door shutting it and kind of march up to Bahamut and smack him on the back of the head as I walk past him back into the cave.
Okay. You're back in the cave.
All right, Yosara,
is everybody in the cave?
Culver has asked to watch over him, and he will hide him should anyone come calling, asking, or seeking his soothsaying.
Fine, we can trust Culvert, but I'd sooner trust the boy's mother. A kid deserves parents.
The man who took him is back by the ships. He already found his helmet again.
Wait, are you sure?
I saw him looking for this cave.
You saw the man?
Wait, did you see him take it from the ship, or did you see something walking around with similar horns?
Could be multiple outfits.
He could have multiple, but I saw someone walking around the ship.
Could be multiple people.
Helmet.
You know, I'm just curious because obviously this is like the helmet we found was almost a motif making of something. What if there actually is something that has antlers like that and looks like that? And like they were just imitating it.
Also, I should probably mention the, the prophecy we got in there.
I'm sorry,
It said
what?
something, well, Bahamut over here gave a bit of knowledge. In exchange, we got a fortune reading. And it seemed, this guy does have some sort of power, at least that, or he's a very good con man. But his eyes whitened and he said a few words. Something about punishing child for the sins of the parents. So, what is lost can't be found. What is dead need not always be. And then he said to listen and look for the midnight owl. And follow her, and we'll find the star we seek. Have we seen any owls?
The only person that would actually be good at probably deciphering that isn't here right now. He's who we're looking for.
Was he
What
the
are you
star
talking
we
about?
see?
I'm right here.
Shut up,
Are
Bahana.
Wait a minute.
Adult-sized cells in the room we're in, or are they
Wait.
all child-sized?
I'm sorry. Cael is a circle of star druid, right? Right?
Yes.
He is the star we seek. That is the message.
His last name is even Starseeker.
Mhm.
Motherfucker.
Now you're getting it. Good shit.
We need to find the midnight owl, whatever the hell that is.
Okay. You're sorry.
Sorry,
what are you
what did you ask?
Are there any adult-sized cells in the room we're in, or are they all children-sized?
Yeah, there are a couple larger ones.
Is there any evidence they've been used recently if we look in them?
Yes.
Roll. Sorry.
There's like, little like crusts of like food left behind, but there's no like you don't find a wallet or anything like that.
School ID or anything?
Yeah, no.
So wherever he was taking the other children, he already took Cael and Robert too.
Listen, I think that I don't know if it's time to confront him, but we know that he's going to have a ceremony tonight. We know that fire's been burning for a long time, and that everybody he's taken is now missing.
Is that all the fortune teller told y'all?
I mean,
That's all he
whatever.
needed to tell us. We need to find this midnight owl. Goggles, is there anywhere else to go around in here?
Jesus, yeah, but
As
he did seem to mention something about the end of fucking times a little bit. I think we should mention that part.
I've had worse.
Times, like end of days, like everything is gonna end and we're all gonna die. That was the second prophecy. Yeah.
I fought Apocalypse before. He's not that big of a deal. It's the long story.
It's actually a type of venereal disease. It's very common in the Feywild.
Shut up.
Wait, what?
I told her my secret identity, if you know what I'm saying. I disagree. Let's go forth into this chamber. Is there anywhere to go in this prison area?
like the path continues straight ahead, Stephen
Goggles,
going
lead the way.
up into the mountain.
We're going deeper into this thing. What do we think we're gonna find in here?
I don't know. But if we're lucky, it'll be an owl around midnight. Bahat Man wants to go deeper into the mountain.
Don't know many owls that go into caves, but okay.
I want to kind of just back and forth with Ildren and Sona, I guess. The prophecy, punish the child for the sins of the parent.
It sounds like an instruction.
Well, it sounds like an instruction, but I don't think it's talking about these kids from the village.
No, I think it's talking about head honcho.
What do you mean? They're children? Their parents were negligent? They were being punished. It only makes sense.
I don't think you... Did you have a rough childhood, Bahatman?
I don't think that's what it
No,
means.
I had parents.
That wasn't what I asked.
My parents are great. I love them so much. Thank you.
I think he needs some therapy, guys.
I think it might be. I think it might be the two people that we know are most prominent in this village. One rules the church, one rules the town, and their father was the ruler before them, and he did something pretty extraordinary. And if you really want to dig into this, what he did might have been the wrong thing.
Yeah, I think he had to pay some kind of price to get where he's at, and to have the legacy that he does. I think the truth might be a little darker than what the town thinks it is.
This was killing a dragon. How can you say the truth is out there?
The next couple of lines, I don't think we need to stay on them, but look and listen for the Midnight Owl and follow her. Now, obviously the Midnight Owl is supposed to be female, so...
Maybe that's Aurel. She's a goddess, right? Isn't that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
So is Tulsa, right?
Yeah, we didn't really even go to the Hulsa.
But if this prophecy is talking about the two brothers, it only says punish the child, singular.
Yeah.
The head one's probably dead, if we're being honest.
Yeah, no one's seen him.
In months.
Well, it's not saying that the parent is alive or not.
At the very least,
it's whatever,
he could be negligent.
Whatever sins the parent committed, or we would punish the child for them.
I'm saying that if the child has already been punished, what if they've already killed the head guy?
Did anybody just hear an
actual
owl?
owl?
Did anybody just hear an owl in the cave?
Was that an owl?
Am I going insane in this with this crazy man, or did I actually just hear an owl?
You all, look around for what you've just heard, you can tell that the sounds came from behind you, back out the way that you entered.
What the fuck? I go running out towards the sound of the owl.
I look at Yosar and I'm like,
where'd you go?
I look
You
at Yosar
run
and I'm
out.
like, what?
Ildren, and as you're looking around for things, you do a perception check.
Ah, jeez.
Yosar, what have we walked into?
Oh my god.
Okay. You spot across the river, amongst the little shanties, one of the huts is ablaze,
Oh shit.
burning brightly,
Oh motherfucker.
and that catches your eye.
I call for the others immediately. Like, get the fuck over here. I don't see any owl though. Not that that's like concerning.
I'm going to grab Bahat Man and head toward where I heard the hooing from of what seemed to be an owl.
Looking for the owl when we come out.
Okay, you all rush out. You see the fire. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
Mm-mm.
Oh Jesus.
I have a negative in perception. I get a -2 on the perception.
-2.
Oh, yeah,
Bahatman
bitches.
saves the day. Bahatman,
Oh my
you
god.
hear this call, and you can just make out somehow in the white of the snowy sky, the outline of a bird in the distance. And as you watch its trajectory, you look back at the old coast, and you see glowing brightly among the wreckage of the ships are the two reds, burning eyes that you saw earlier. And suddenly you see that one of the nearest ships is just shattered into shrapnel in this big burst. And that is as good a place as any to end. I thought we were going to finish tonight, but you guys are very thorough.
One
That's
more.
true.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Okay.
The ship
Alright.
is exploding basically, like splintering
Yeah.
to bits. Oh god. Is this a fucking dragon? Is this the ice dragon not really dead or something? God damn it.
We'll see. Wewe'll see. I'm
All
excited.
right, everybody.
Dead.
Have
Please
a
be.
lovely night.
You'll say good night to the stream.
Night.
Thanks for
Nighty-night.
coming.
Now come back and catch us next week.
Hoorah.